Push the goddamn button.
God damn.
And we are in your
Live.
face.
Yes,
We're
in
live
your
and
face.
in living color.
In living color.
It's the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. We are on the road to 11 years.
Oh yeah,
Big weekend for picks.
monster.
Big weekend. 2 shows this weekend. Kevin is only 5 games behind Tony, so there could
Only.
be a seismic shift in the picks.
And I no longer have to get them in first.
Well, Matt is also only 27 picks back, so
18, buddy.
well, I was close.
You were kind of, yeah. So it's a big wrestling weekend on the horizon, and it's like the perfect time of the year where you just want to stay in the house and do nothing but watch wrestling or sports or play video games. So like, man, you can't beat the fall.
Nope.
The fall brawl. I hate this fucking weather. I was out in it yesterday, and it fucking made me miserable.
All right, so
You had an event yesterday?
I had 2 events yesterday.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Your boss must hate you.
yeah, I mean, this weather is totally like Hurricane Ian related. So that's like,
Hey, you know, we were supposed to get like 2 to 3 inches of rain on Saturday, and we got nothing. So I was like, oh, maybe we're in the clear. Nope.
dude, I'm not complaining about anything compared to what the people down there went through.
Oh,
so.
listen, relatively speaking, sure, but I was expecting to get at least a little bit more of a hammering on Saturday, and we were spared. Well, womp womp. We were mercifully spared on Saturday, but I don't know what this shit is, but this is kind of gross. Today was just all gloom and doom. Temperatures barely got into the 50s. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was
Fall.
Yeah.
It's fall. All the white girls rejoice. Get your pumpkin, whatever. Your pumpkin coffees, your pumpkin candy bars, your pumpkin tampons, your pumpkin condoms, your pumpkins.
You're a pumpkin douche.
I don't like pumpkin.
I hate it. And if you put like spice on it too, that makes it even 4 times worse.
What is the spice in pumpkin spice?
Probably cinnamon or some shit, which alone is not bad. You know, you get a little cappuccino action. You put a little sprinkle of cinnamon on top, but pumpkins, man, nope, hard pass.
Yeah, I'm with you.
that you should play a fun game, and you should go to like an apple or a pumpkin patch and watch all the douchebag men who have to take fake photographs of their girlfriend for their Instagram and social media and just to mercilessly mock them.
Oh, like the girlfriend lays in the pumpkin patch and the boyfriend's taking pictures of him and shit.
Or the fucking boyfriend's like throwing leaves as he's taking pictures of the leaves falling around his girlfriend.
For real? Oh
You
my god.
fucking tit, you dumb tit.
Dumb tit.
You
Fucking
dumb tit.
asshole.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like going to a pumpkin farm. I like picking out a pumpkin, taking it home, carving it, maybe drawing a little face on it and stuff. That I'm down with. Eating that shit, nope.
I do enjoy a good pumpkin seed.
Pumpkin seeds are okay, but they don't taste like pumpkins.
Like I don't want no pumpkin pie. I don't
Nope.
want no pumpkin muffin.
No, but look, there's a lot of other things that go along with the fall that I love. I love apple picking. I love apple cider donuts. I like the cider. All good shit.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Baked goods are always welcome as long as there's no pumpkins in them.
I concur.
All
Well,
right.
we have lots more fall foliage to talk about. Tony's got the spooky Halloween Shining Wizards t-shirt.
That's right.
I don't know the Shining Wizards fall this year. We have an episode on Halloween. We are completely clueless as to what we're going to do. I thought it'd be a great idea to dress up, and then I looked at a bunch of costumes on Amazon, and I was like, man, if I spend $45 on this Bret the Hitman Hart costume and it comes and I look like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, it's not so much the money spent. It's like I'm gonna have to wear this, and I'm gonna look awful and be uncomfortable for possibly 2.5 hours.
Maybe I should get it.
Yeah, check it. Look at see, you don't have to worry about that.
See, Kevin has no worries when it comes to costumes. I bought
I hate Halloween.
Why?
That's a shame, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something happened on Halloween? Something?
No, nothing. Just a bunch of little jerk kids coming around.
Sure, kid. Well, you live on the mean streets of West Orange. That's why.
That's right.
Yeah, they're still throwing fucking
Tony, I interrupted you. What were you about to say? You
I bought years ago a Buzz Lightyear costume to walk around to take my kid trick-or-treating, and I think one of his friends had one of those Halloween parties. I fit in the thing if I was standing for the rest of the day. If I had to sit down, bend over, or move, the thing would have just completely split in two. So I had to take it back. I was this close to actually keeping it, but I was like, I couldn't even breathe in it.
Yeah, like I mean, like for the sake of the show, I'll definitely dress up because I think that's just going to be good television / radio. So I'll definitely do it, but I'm not dropping like $100 on a freaking costume.
Well, I know
like
what's
that.
asking you to do. I do recall, Kevin, back in the day, you had like a Hulk Hogan-esque costume, and I believe you won a costume contest at the bar that I was at one night with Jamie and Charles.
You were there that night?
I was there. I
Yeah,
think
that was a different Kevin. That was like, that was like 22-year-old, 23-year-old, 24-year-old Kevin, and now we're at 39-year-old Kevin who wants nothing. I want to be that jerk that turns off all the lights so no one sees anything, and I'll be like, nope, next house, dickos.
Look at this, JJ Rogue. I'm with you, Kevin. Halloween and eat. Eat a pumpkin dick.
That's right. See, I told you, Tony. It's always been me and handsome Kevin. Always like this.
Listen, if the two of you want to get it together and eat some pumpkin dicks, that's on you guys. I'm not going to judge.
We did not say that.
Well, we have the Canadian Frankenstein joining us tonight. PCO will be joining us. We have a ton of wrestling-related news to talk about, and Kevin's going to hit us with a top 5.
Bam!
That's all here, and it's all next. It's episode 605
Mama.
of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast.
Music. The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live on rantiumradio.com and available on all podcast platforms and at shiningwizards.com. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. As always, we thank you for your continued support. And now, enjoy the show.
This is Brodus Clay, a.k.a. the Funkasaurus, and you're listening to the Shining Wizards Podcast.
What's up, fuckers?
Where did cheese go?
It's a stupid fucking question, Kevin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and
Whoa!
Hey, this is Moose.
God, that was disgusting. Shining Wizards rule the world.
You are tuned in live to the mothership edition of the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, number 605 to you uneducated fools. Coming to you live on the rant, rantiumradio.com. Coming to you live in video format on the social medias, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Twitches, and the YouTubes, and going with you each and every place that you go, because we're available on all podcast platforms and streaming services. And I've got no more intro music, so it's time to get to some wrestling talk.
talk about wrestling.
Tony.
Matt.
KJG.
Fellas. You guys staying warm in this cold, cocky weather?
I am. I'm all dressed up for my anniversary celebration dinner this evening.
You're looking good, man. I like it. I like the V-neck.
Thank you. I feel very cozy.
You don't have a fucking Jay White shirt on tonight, so it's a big improvement.
Can't wear a Jay White shirt to the fancy restaurant, my friend.
Where are you going again?
The Capitol Grill.
What's the address?
Yeah.
It's in Parsippany.
Who can we tell people to go and wear wrestling shirts and try to start conversations with you?
I mean, look, anyone's more than welcome to swing by the Capitol Grill, but if you've never been there before, I don't know if they're going to let you in with just a t-shirt on.
I see when you said Capitol Grill, and I'm not trying to like be a douche, but I thought it was like a place like a chain place. Is it
like
not
a burger
chain?
place?
Like, yeah, I thought it was like a Chili's or like a Bennigan's or a.
Hi, welcome to the Capitol Grill. I'm
Yeah,
Mary.
it sounds like that. I see like neon everywhere.
I don't think there's any neon at the Capitol Grill, to be honest with you.
Would you guys like to have some half-price appetizers?
Yeah. There's like it's like DC on like the wall. Like it's like it's a Capitol Grill.
Capitol Grill is a fine dining restaurant and steakhouse.
I believe you.
Absolutely.
Matt is clearly in a higher tax bracket than you
Well,
and
he's
I.
Fucking millionaire Matt. Of
Millionaire
course he
Matt
is.
indeed.
Jeez.
But
Going to the Capitol Grill.
But to be fair, I do not just hoard this wealth to myself. I mean, we have a goddamn box for the AEW pay-per-view Full Gear. We are literally dead center, 50-yard line, hard cam side.
Good.
that's right.
I can't wait to yell at everybody.
Either can I.
I
to
can't
watch you
wait.
yell.
Now, Tony, my goal for you, my mission for you when we go to Full Gear in November is for you to be caught on TV, on TBS, or no, on pay-per-view singing to Judas.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Hammered out of your mind,
That ain't gonna happen.
just singing Judas in my mind. Are you sure?
Nope.
I think we could do it.
Nope.
It's
Challenge-
you can't
challenge
plan.
accepted.
You can't plan ahead for something like that. You
Nope,
just gotta
challenge accepted.
let it happen. It's gotta be
I'll
all-
mention it right now, and I'll mention it for the last time, and we won't talk about it again till November 19th or whenever it is.
It's November 19th.
And then I'll get them. I'll get them then.
You're gonna get got, son.
You got Hangman Page.
Look,
Buckshot
and
Lariat.
this is not like we do not go to the Capitol Grill all the time. This is a special occasion. Okay,
That's right. It is your
anniversary.
birthday. Oh yeah, anniversary.
My birthday will be the 11th anniversary show.
It is Christmas. That is right.
And hopefully you'll be challenging Christian Rocco that night, unless Kevin has something to say about it.
Bam! Look at these. Look at
My
these 6-inch biceps.
my lawyer is putting together something, so I cannot comment.
Putting together something.
Who's your lawyer? The professor?
Don't worry about who my lawyer is. He asks a lot of fucking questions.
Well, it's a conversational show.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we do. This is all we do.
Not a topic. This is not under the topics of conversation.
All right. Well, listen. I guess,
The law firm that supports me.
listen, T-Donk, Millionaire Matt is providing us poor children with a box suite to AEW, so we shan't bite the hand that feeds us, Tony.
I'm not. Look, don't get it. I am not providing anything for.
No,
it.
you are. And we're going to leave it that. That's the story we're
Okay.
telling.
All right. I don't mind that. I like that.
Yeah. Millionaire Matt has indulged himself in the lower strata of personalities and common people, and humbly invited us into his millionaire suite at Newark's Prudential Center.
Do we?
Asian
we
Joe
have-
says,
oh.
"Now we'll see Tony swaying his arms to Jungle Boy's entrance."
That's a great point.
Well, like this or like.
Asian
No.
Asian Joe coming to New Jersey this week.
Where,
Why?
From Asia?
I do not believe he is coming from Asia. I believe he's coming from the Midwest. I think he is a huge college football fan of the team Nebraska, and they will be playing
Rutgers?
Rutgers this weekend.
Oh boy.
So there's a possibility that we might be meeting up with one Asian Joe Thursday night.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait. They're playing this Thursday night, Nebraska and Rutgers?
No, I think they play Friday night.
So Asian Joe, where are you staying?
He'll be. I think he's going to be staying down near New
Capitol
Brunswick,
Grill?
not by the Capitol Grill.
Oh.
And I don't know if Asian Joe wants to put out where he's staying because then
I mean,
wrestling fans will show up in T-shirts to also annoy him while he tries.
I don't need the exact coordinates, but if it's like close by and
It'll
but
be
it-
like down by New Brunswick.
no, that's too far.
That's not too far.
So not West Orange. Is what
No,
you're saying.
you should have just asked West Orange.
Yeah.
Why would it make no sense? Why would he stay in West Orange?
I don't know. Could get lucky.
Lucky what? They're not playing the fucking game in West Orange.
You're trying to get lucky with Asian Joe?
No,
Like,
I'm saying. I already forgot what I meant by that.
I don't know, man. You and Kevin Rogue are blowing pumpkin dicks, and now you want to see Asian Joe
No,
get lucky? I mean,
Joe said he'll be in the Somerset area.
we need an address, Asian Joe. God
No,
damn it.
coordinates.
Don't give out an address, Asian Joe.
Hey, put your phone number in the chat. We'll have everybody give you
Yeah.
a call.
What's your social? Asian Joe.
Are
Holy
you
cow.
guys
Nope.
Are you guys excited for Tales from the Territories tomorrow?
Oh, what are they opening with?
That's
Sorry, I meant to. I didn't mean to
great
ask.
question.
A territory.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, look,
Oh, Asian Joe, giving out Kevin's address.
that actually looks like Kate's address. 6969 Reach Around Boulevard. Hey,
Oh,
Kate's
she
in the
just
chat.
said hi to us.
Look, she's a trooper. She knows all about a good reach around. Okay. Not saying she's giving them. Not saying she's getting them.
She
but
just studies them.
She can appreciate one if she is out with her girls, right? Kate's
Okay.
the typical white girl. They're crushing some pumpkin mimosas
Oh,
or whatever weird
pumpkin.
nasty fall shit.
I believe she was in a sorority, so they.
Yeah, so they talk about weird shit like that.
That's right.
You know, you're like, oh, have your boyfriend eat a pumpkin donut and then give him a rusty trombone. So you get pumpkin all over the place.
Did someone say trombone? I'm staring right at it.
Yeah. So, you know what? I should have had. I don't have it in my notes either. What the dark side of the territories is, but I don't know. Why not start with Memphis? That seems like a good one.
Yeah. How no one got paid.
Dark side of the territories.
The whole episode will be like a change jar.
Episode.
I thought it was Tales from the Territories. No.
Tales from the Territories. Dark side of the ring. Tales from the Territory.
Same shit.
Tales from the Crypt. The Crypt was perfect.
Yeah, Tony, there's your costume. Be the Crypt Keeper.
He is. You are the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, you actually already are the Crypt Keeper, so no costume needed.
You guys are just being mean now.
No, I meant like I didn't mean it like that.
Memphis, where wrestling was real.
Kev, Memphis.
Hi-yo!
I'm the king.
Yeah,
Oh!
got it.
I did not get that.
No.
I did not get that.
I'm the king of Memphis.
So I'm assuming.
Well, I'm the king. Well, I'm the king of Memphis, Tennessee. Well, I'm the king. Well, I'm the king. Well, I'm the king of pinching pennies. Well, I'm the king. Oh.
So does this mean we're getting Kaufman and Lawler on this episode?
It looks like.
Did you just call him Kaufman?
Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was thinking Lloyd Kaufman instead of Andy Kaufman.
This 2-minute trailer, it's got it looks like it's got Jared. I don't see any Andy Kaufman here. Oh, Jeff Jarrett's there.
It's a Memphis.
Got a little Jackie Fargo in there. Got a little shit. What the hell's his name?
Dutch is here. Dutch is doing the thing.
What about the dude from Australia? What the fuck is his name?
Hello.
Right. Tales from the Territories isn't going to be like, they're not going to fucking tell Kaufman and Lawler.
Yeah, but that was a big part of the
It
territory.
might be a small bit, but I think it's dark side of the ring. There's nothing dark about that, you know?
Yeah, but you see, like, I don't know if this is necessarily dark stuff. I mean, it just says Tales from the Territories.
Dude, stick your finger in his eye until you feel a cord, move it around a little, and then
dude, you can't tell me they're not going to talk about Lawler and Funk.
Maybe the talk Lawler and Funk. I'm all about this. I like this.
This is the Rocks thing, right?
Yes.
Of course it is. I wonder how many fucking Zoa cans are going to be in the episode.
What do you got against The Rock, bro?
Nothing.
You better not.
Kate's throwing. I have a show at Tony's. I want to hang out with you nerds.
I'm in.
All right. Okay.
Book it, Dano.
Even though Kate just invited herself onto the podcast.
Yeah, well, she wouldn't be the first. I mean, you know.
Yeah, who else did that?
Come on.
Tony, you know my memory is mush.
I mean,
Matt knows.
I know this. Somebody showed up in the middle of the show uninvited.
Oh, okay, that one I remember.
Yeah, I think that's been the only one.
Hello.
Well, somebody else also showed up that I had no idea was showing up, and then my kid got into a fight with him.
Well, that was a bit.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a good bit. That made great.
Gulak.
That made great radio.
Oh, yeah. That was approaching 11 years. That might be the greatest thing I think ever done in studio, without a doubt.
Better than the Moth Chop?
Yes.
Okay.
And I love Moth. Dude, that was so awesome because we paid off a story that we've been telling for months and months and months.
No, it was a year, I think, dude.
Well, how many months and months and months could be a year?
Yeah, good point. And then we
All
snuck
right.
into your house undetected.
Yeah, we let a stranger into your house without you knowing it.
Listen, Drew Gulak is far from the worst person that's ever been in this house.
That is also true. That is also true.
There you go.
So Tales from the Territories tomorrow. Very excited for that. We got. I want to talk some Inoki because unfortunately Antonio Inoki passed away this weekend. And for those not familiar, he is like one of the most important people in the history of professional wrestling.
Any title you want to put on him, he's one of the most important. Like wrestler, promoter, businessman,
Councilman.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Well, he was a councilman.
I know that, but I can't speak to Japanese council. Maybe Matt, you can speak to your council about Japanese council. But
just don't go out of your way to watch the video on YouTube, like his last video. It's
his last video. What do you mean by that?
Like he had somebody record a video while he was like in the hospital. Like,
oh no, okay, I thought you meant like wrestling wise. No,
the video. Yeah, it's hard to watch because he looks like a skeleton with some skin just draped out, like no like features, just like it's not good.
Yeah.
So
Mott brings up a good question here. Besides Vince McMahon, anyone more important? I'm assuming he means in wrestling than Inoki.
Yeah, I think so. I think
I agree with you, Tony. I think there are a couple more people that might be
breaking shit at your house.
Breaking shit. Inoki. That was me speaking ill of the dead, and that's what happens.
Inoki's coming to fucking possess your house
in my basement.
I think if you're talking Japanese wrestling, and I mean, and a lot of people all know Inoki and Baba, but I think nothing happens in wrestling if it wasn't for Ricky Dozen. Like these guys were the two big stars that Ricky Dozen groomed, and it spawned All Japan, which was Baba's creation, and New Japan, which was Inoki's creation.
But thinking current day situation, like thinking like today.
Well, he's credit. A lot of people think him and Ali is the birth of MMA.
Well,
I didn't even think about that.
Have you ever watched the match though?
It's clearly a scripted fake fight.
It's garbage. It's absolute garbage.
No one ever said it was good, but that was like the first time a wrestler and a boxer had like a match of that nature.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're looking at Muhammad Ali, who at the time, Matt, do you know the date of that match by any chance?
It was 1976.
Yep.
All right, so Muhammad Ali is clearly the biggest star probably in the world at that point, at least in the athletic spectrum. Muhammad Ali is without a doubt the biggest star in all of sports, and at least here, maybe we're in the world, I don't know. But then you go to Japan, where Antonio Inoki is looked at as like this, like god, personality actor. I think he was in movies. I think he was in films.
Yeah, he was in the Bad News Bears Go to Japan.
Yeah. Yep. So you got him over there, like clearly just being this larger than life character there, and you put those two together, like that. Like there's something to history about that, and that's just like that's history, and just like. But in terms of professional wrestling itself, there's a lot of other very important people.
Justin Anderson checking in. Inoki helped start Pride in Japan.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know anything about Pride. I don't know if that's a big deal.
Yeah, Pride Fighting Championship was like.
Oh yeah, that's like when Bob Sapp was over there, and all those
that was
guys.
like UFC, and they didn't test you for steroids.
Yeah, so you could just be who. Oh, I do remember. Of course I remember Pride, but like, did that hold as much weight, like as people think it did, like in history, like in retrospect?
In MMA history, 100%.
Okay, I'll take your word for it for sure.
Yeah, Inoki was responsible for bringing all the Russian athletes into New Japan, who were like legit shoot fighters, to wrestle the wrestlers, and they wound up kicking the shit out of all the wrestlers.
Like Bas Rutten?
Rasputin.
What did I say? Bas Rutten.
Yeah.
That was his name, right? Ross?
Yeah. Bas Rutten. Yeah.
Bas Rutten, yeah.
June 26th is the date of his fight with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know the great Antonio match.
Yes.
where he beat the dog shit out of him.
Well, deservedly so. If you've seen the whole thing,
Yeah.
deservedly so.
Shout out to Triple H and company over there who I guess had Corey Graves mentioned that he is an unrecognized WWF champion as he beat Backlund at a house show over there.
Yeah, I watched SmackDown Live, and it was actually a really cool moment that they stopped and paused, and they had the graphic and everything. And I'm sure there's going to be maybe a video on Raw, or maybe there's a video on their website already. But yeah, they mentioned about him and Backlund, and he said the word unrecognized, like on a WWE show. They said that they don't recognize him as a champ, but everyone really knows that he is. And I think that's another. Again, I don't want to get off topic, but that's another Triple H influence. Like, say it, go for it, do it. Say he's not recognized by us.
Antonio Hosserman's friend, Bill Burr, did commentary over the Great Antonio match. It is hilarious. If you get a chance to check that out, it's on YouTube.
Bill Bursky?
Yeah, he does a whole like discussion, like describes everything perfectly. Like Great Antonio is just some fat guy, and Antonio Inoki looks like a movie star. It's so great the way he describes it. It's perfect.
I dig.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty I know he wasn't in great health, but I think it has to be recognized on the podcast, the influence of Antonio Inoki, and you still feel it today in New Japan, and they had their shows in England this weekend.
Yep.
So after the second night, so he passed Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was Saturday.
Yeah, then the second show
because they mentioned it on SmackDown.
Yes, Friday.
Friday, right? Friday, yeah. So then Saturday at the New Japan show, everyone came out and they did the 10 bell salute and all that stuff, and he's huge wrestling star in Japan. So take some time and get acquainted with Antonio Inoki if you're interested in learning more about Japanese wrestling history. It's not, look, you're not going to get fucking 5-star matches out of him, but
Matt, what was his influence, if any, with the way with New Japan, like as we know it, as like the insane blow up that it's gone through over the last like 5-10 years?
He really didn't have a lot to do with that.
But okay,
it did. There's a couple great books out there by Chris Charlton, The Lion's Den and Eggshells, and both of them. The Lion's Den is a great one on the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Eggshells is every wrestling show that's ever been held in the Tokyo Dome, and they're both great reads. There was a period like Nakamura was just kind of getting there, and Tanahashi was still a young boy, where he was very much into the MMA stuff still, and he was trying to bring it into pro wrestling, and it hurt the product. Like he would make, like, Nakamura was your IWGP champion, and he was fighting shoot fights the night before, and then he'd have to go and wrestle, and he was clearly affected by the shoot fighting because he's not a fucking shoot fighter. It just didn't, like you bring up Bob Sapp when you talk Pride, like he was there in New Japan, and it is not good.
Okay.
There's a good window before you kind of see Nakamura and Tanahashi start to move away from the MMA style.
So just because I honestly, I'm asking because I don't know. So did he have any ownership stake, like like Vince McMahon is gone, right? He retired, but he still owns the company.
So
was that like Inoki?
In 2005, the Japanese video company Yuki purchased his controlling 51.5% stock in New Japan.
Okay. All right. But I mean, still though, like it's hard to, like, there's a reason why everyone talks about, I mean, and when I say everyone, I mean more of the mainstream wrestling fans. There's a reason why they talk about New Japan more than they talk about All Japan. Like, if you want to compare apples and apples.
Well, nowadays, yeah. But back in the 90s, it honestly was
fair.
Japan,
Yeah, no, you're right. But like when when Antonio Inoki started doing this stuff with like the MMA and doing all this kind of stuff, where was All Japan at this point? Were they flourishing? Were they like anything to talk about? Because I don't remember talking about other than virtual pro wrestling too. Like I don't remember. Like,
It's strange. I've heard people describe it where they say Baba was looking for more wrestling as opposed to Inoki, who was looking for more showmanship. I don't know if that's a fair assessment, but it seems like it might be.
Probably. I mean, it definitely does. It definitely feels like it.
So I mean, but like, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. So the hit. So we got through the 90s with All Japan and New Japan, and then Baba died in 1999, and his wife took over. And Masawa was there in All Japan, but he did not like the direction. So he led a mass exodus, him and 24 of All Japan's 26. He took 24 of 26 All Japan contracted wrestlers and started Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah.
So the early 2000s were dominated by Pro Wrestling Noah compared to All Japan and New Japan.
Yeah. That's wild, man. Gotta do a deep dive on this Japanese wrestling scene.
Oh,
I don't know.
The mid 90s, the early 90s, it's incredible. All Japan and All Japan women, they were like untouchable at that point.
I feel like the only way I'm ever gonna see this though is if like WWE buys their tape libraries. And just like I can see All Japan on Peacock.
No, if you get a chance, go check it out. Like Kenta Kobashi, Kawada, Taue, they were all there, dude.
I'm familiar with all of them. It's just like watching a lot of it since I was in high school with like the tape trading. Like since then, I haven't seen like anything since like 1998 or 99. So,
and they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, they did.
Unbelievably so.
Yeah, they did. Eric Freed wants to know, have you been to any Japanese wrestling shows live? I've been to New Japan shows, but I've never been to Japan. So the answer, I guess, is no.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, do we count the New Japan show at the...
For sure.
The Garden?
We saw Jay White get his ass kicked.
Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your mouth. A lot of the shit, Kevin, is on YouTube.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. That's just
if you just throw in like All Japan Pro Wrestling, like thousands of fucking things will pop up.
Or you could just follow Eddie Kingston on all social media platforms, and he'll post an All Japan match every day.
We saw the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and the WWF Championship change hands at the Garden. How crazy is that?
I've seen the WWF Championship. Oh, at the Garden?
And the Meadowlands. I've seen it change at the Meadowlands too.
I've seen it change at the Meadowlands. I'm trying to think if I saw what championship are you talking about at the Garden?
96.
What's that?
You went there for 6 with
96? No, it was like 12.
Were you there for that?
I was called and told I had an extra ticket and got all revved up to go, and then I was called 20 minutes later and told I didn't have an extra ticket.
Oh my god, dude.
Guess by who?
I'm not going to, but I know it immediately.
Oh no. Oh man.
I did not. I got the green light to go. I was all jacked up to go, and then it was here, you want a cookie? And then it got taken away from me.
Oh, fuck that guy, dude. Seriously.
That was a fucking bummer. But
I saw the WWF Championship change hands at the Garden.
I saw it at the Meadowlands.
So did I.
Meadowlands too.
And I saw the WCW World Title change hands.
I saw the World Heavyweight Championship change hands at the Garden. I saw Benoit win.
And I think Phil Rea was there when Flair beat Sting during the snowstorm at the Meadowlands.
See, here's what I don't remember, because I was at a Meadowlands show with Sting and Flair. It was my first house show ever. My first house show was a WCW show at the Meadowlands. And it was Sting and Flair in a cage.
Was it the night of the snowstorm?
No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
But again, I was like 7, maybe 8. And Elegante, I think I told this story before, but Elegante was supposed to be the special guest referee. And then, like, before he even got to the ring, like, either like Tully and Arn or Arn and Zabisco, I forget who it was at the time, they came in and grabbed him and beat him up. And a regular referee, well, we had like really good seats. We had like 5th row, 6th row seats, but we were so small. We had to move. Like, I was like, can we move up? So like we moved up to like the second bowl or like the mid bowl. No, it's a Meadowlands, so there's only 2 areas, 2 layers. So we moved up to the top and we saw everything. And I was like, oh, this is great. And but we left like right as like we watched the pinfall be counted from like the corridor. It was like a roll up in like the cage. It was in the cage and someone rolled up someone. I honestly don't even remember. I think maybe Sting rolled up Flair, I would imagine. But I don't know if the title changed hands or not.
Classic beat the traffic move, standing in the door.
Oh, we were all about beating the traffic, bro. Like Jets games, if you're down, like if the game's not close or if the game is like close, but like we'll listen to it in the radio on the way.
Yeah, that's all. Well, let's hurry up and get to the car so we can put on the fan.
Yeah, we don't want to, dude. I'm a big beat the traffic guy.
I'm 100% beat the traffic guy.
If I could beat both of you.
What about? Do I really want to like? Do I really want to stand like the metal? Like Prudential Center is different, so that there's no real beat the traffic there. You can find a way to snake on the 280 in 2 seconds.
Well, Matt, let me ask you this now.
Yes.
We are going to be at this pay-per-view at the Prudential Center.
Through your goodwill.
Any chance that maybe we got some credentials for after the show?
I don't think so.
Why can't we be one of the fucking jackwagons asking questions of Tony?
You know what? That's a great question. I'll look into it. How's that sound?
All right, listen. If we can make this happen, I will definitely go to the media scrum dressed as Orange Cassidy. 100%.
I don't think you can do that, Tony. They won't let you in.
Dude, Tony Khan's favorite fucking wrestler is Orange Cassidy. Why would they not let me in? He might even think it's really him and give me a hug.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Oh, this guy looks like a serious journalist.
Dude,
let's get him."
If you can make this happen, I will make it my fucking mission to get a hug from Tony Khan dressed as Orange Cassidy. How about them apples? Let's raise the stakes.
Oh, that's right, because we told you that we're going to buy you the Orange Cassidy gear.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You're
Fuck
still down
yeah.
with that, huh?
Dude, if I can get a hug with Tony Khan dressed as Orange Cassidy, how epic would that be?
You think they're really going to do another scrum?
Yes. Are you crazy? This is Tony Khan's lifeblood. It's his bread and butter.
Like Louis and dildos. I live for this shit.
Kevin's not wrong.
Louis and dildos.
I love that shit. Give me all the scrums. Give me all of your scrums.
One of my favorite YouTube personalities, Wang. I don't know if you follow him. He does like the deep internet dives.
What are you, fucking 10 years old?
No, he's awesome. His most recent story is on Mr. Hands, and Louis posted it. So we were having a chat about Mr. Hands. It was fucking phenomenal.
Of course you were.
Well, why not, dude? It's Louis. It's Mr. Hands. You didn't think he was going to post it?
All I want to say, you live in this like world, right? But I threw Mr. Hand at Mickey James and she laughed.
Of course.
Grow some balls.
What do you mean, grow some balls? What are you
You
talking
didn't have the nerve to tell Trevor Murdoch you talk shit about him. I had to bring it up.
Because I didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
What's your angle, Tony?
Hey, I was trying to get Black G's to admit that Velvet Sky was shit on the microphone and he wouldn't bite.
I mean, he works with her. He's not going to bury her.
Well, he wanted to.
I also don't think he knows any Smashing Pumpkin songs, by the way.
No, he definitely doesn't
He
know.
admitted
Okay. Yeah.
He admitted he didn't.
No, he
Do
said
we-
he knew a few. He said I like a few of them.
Do we? I'm sure if he heard them, he would know them, but probably not by name.
Yeah. I actually hate the Smashing Pumpkins, to be honest with you.
I bet you Billy Corgan walks around in the back and he's like humming, like,
You think so?
Oh, yeah, probably. Probably. You think he probably works his lyrics into every conversation he has with the boys?
Oh, I don't think he's
Like,
that.
geez, you're a rat in a cage.
No, I think that sounds like something like Johnny Swinger would do on Impact, or like someone that came over from NWA. Like I'm pretty sure someone's used that line before.
Bret Hart did.
No, and since the Corgan era.
Oh,
Oh baby,
I'm
I'm gonna bring him in. I'm gonna bring him in.
let's curtail this conversation right now.
Yeah.
The Canadian Frankenstein, our dear good friend PCO. PCO, how are you?
Very good. Yourself.
Well, excellent. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. I know Bound for Glory Friday night in Albany. You will be representing Honor No More, and you'll be in the Call Your Shot Battle Royal.
Gauntlet.
Whatever. It's the Battle Royal.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ah,
This is fantastic. I must say, PCO, friend of the show, we've had you on before. Every time you go on the top rope and you do that swanton onto the ring apron and you miss 95% of the time, it scares the shit out of me.
Maybe now it's 50% of the time. I don't miss it that much anymore.
Thank God, dude. You're a maniac. We talked to you before. You've been around for a very long time. You've reinvented the character. You're doing amazing things. Former Ring of Honor world champion. What, you don't have to take the crazy bumps, man.
Yes, I have to. I do have to take them because I'm not human.
That's a good
That
point.
is true.
Take them and I'm just one of the others, like everyone else. I'm just like everyone else.
So when the whole deal with Ring of Honor went down and that was finished, did you ever think that Impact Wrestling and Honor No More was going to be your destination?
No, not at all. I knew something was going to pop out somehow, somewhere. I didn't know if it was going to be AEW, Impact, or whatever, but I knew something was going to happen. I just kind of had that feeling, that gut feeling, that instinct that it was going to happen, but I didn't know how it was going to happen, and certainly didn't expect it to be Honor No More, for sure.
And speaking of Honor No More, like you were when the group debuted, you came in. Obviously, it's the Kingdom. It's Eddie wasn't there at the time, but it's the Kingdom. It's Vincent. It's you. Did you and Maria, obviously, right? And
Kenny too, yeah.
Kenny came in. Did you feel like there was a cohesiveness between that group? Did you feel like that could have worked despite how many people were all over the radar in terms of the characters?
Well, I thought coming from Ring of Honor, we all had a pretty good, solid bond between each others. Like, so I think that's why I thought it could work, because I really get along with everyone at Ring of Honor, and it was a very solid, tight group over there. We had fun. We had a good dressing room. We good chemistry in between the guys, and it was a good atmosphere, So it was really cool to be part of Ring of Honor. So I had no doubt that I could get along with all these people, Maria and Bennett, Taven, and Vinny,
and then Kenny and Eddie, obviously.
Yeah, and Eddie afterwards, yeah.
Now, there seems like there's a little dissension, though, in Honor No More. Eddie does not seem very happy with you. And if you watched last week's episode of Impact, he was yelling and screaming. Vinny puts that bag over your head, which I think is extremely rude, and I understand why he does it. But I still think it's rude because I think you have a very lovable face. What is Vincent saying to calm you down? Because, look, Eddie's barking up the wrong tree. You're the Canadian Frankenstein. You're not human. I don't know if he should be pushing buttons. I think you're kind of a guy I would want on my side versus against.
Yeah, I think the fact that every time that we come out as Honor No More, I think maybe PCO should have a different entrance. I should come out with my own song because it's like people don't really like Honor No More, and there's like that. It's kind of they don't really know how to react. Should we boo him? Should we like him? Because they like the monster. So the kids, the parents, like everybody likes the monster, and it's the contrast with the rest of the group. So that's what creates the dissension between some members of the group and Eddie, the leader of the group, and myself. I think it's the fact that we're not on the same page,
And it seems like that storyline has progressed to the point where people almost want to see you destroy Eddie, but we're not quite there yet because you are still part of this group. How does that back and forth work in terms of storytelling? Like, they want to see like the fire erupt. They see the rumblings underneath, but they just want to get that payoff. How does that make you feel in terms of like storytelling, and what does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot to me. I mean, if I have to go there, it'd be awesome. Be awesome.
And of course, now you're in the call your shot gauntlet match. Of course, Eddie Edwards has that big match with Josh Alexander. So the potential, there's so much potential in terms of combining all of these different scenarios. Is there one in your head that you feel like would work the best for TV?
I mean, that would be great if Eddie becomes the champ, and then eventually something happened between me and Eddie. But I'm so open, as far as that could go, like you said, like so many different ways, and it could be the same results at the end. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because I really don't know more than you guys know,
Right.
about the whole thing. So it's just a day-to-day thing, so it's what's pretty cool about it. It's like you discover as you go, so that's being part of being a pro wrestler.
How do you feel about your chemistry with Vincent on this Impact, working more closely with him directly? How has that been going for you?
I think it's been doing great. I think he's a good talker, super very good talker, and it fits my character totally. And it could be the guy between Destro and PCO, so to speak. If we have Destro just once in a while, we could see Vincent having some discussions with Destro and then talking to me. As far as I know Vinny picked up a lot of heat when he put that bag on my head, when I was ready to explode and then to just maybe go crazy on Eddie, and then he put that bag on my head, and then the crowd, like I can remember the crowd like telling him like a lot of bad things, like you're with them, Vinny, you with Honor No More, you're not with PCO, basically. So it just was interesting to hear all that. I think Vinny's like trying to please everybody. He's just kind of playing on all boards, He's playing on Honor No More, I'm with you guys. The PCO, don't worry, I'm with you. So that's where we at right now as far as the storyline goes.
And it makes for great watchable television. It's one of the most entertaining things on the show every week to week, because you never know what's going to happen next. Matt, did you have a question, Matt?
I just wanted to plug PCO's social media at PCO is not human on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory this Friday night, available on Fight TV and regular pay-per-view. Definitely be sure to order it. It's the biggest show of the year. Chris Jericho, Ring of Honor World Champion. PCO, former Ring of Honor World Champion. Chris Jericho is looking to destroy this legacy. I think we got to get PCO on the phone, call up Tony Khan, get Destro, get into Hearst, drive over to wherever Chris Jericho is, and we got to put the smackdown. We can't have him destroy this beautiful championship.
I totally agree with you, and you see now we got Frankie Kazarian with us at Impact. We had Juice Robinson. We've been doing like cross promotions with them, so that'd be awesome. PCO with Chris Jericho, and sometimes Impacts have like the last word. It can't always be you having the last word on everything.
Please he's gonna destroy the lineage of the Ring of Honor World Championship. We need to get the title off of him. We were talking Antonio Inoki before we joined, and I don't think you worked in New Japan. You did
All Japan.
Yeah, you did All Japan with Baba, but I don't think you did New Japan. But the importance of Antonio Inoki.
I got a scoop for you. I was supposed to do New Japan Pro Wrestling tag with Brody King and 19 just before the OH world title, supposed to go a month, and Brody came tore his ACL, and that's why he changed the teams. But I was protected. But yeah, I was a big fan of Antonio Inoki. Yeah, I really like the whole thing. Like he was like a wrestler, like a fighter wrestler. Like he was very big on catch as catch can, like Josh Barnett and Billy Robinson, Carl Gotch. He's pretty much Carl Gotch like built a lot of their guys at first and showed them how to wrestle and how to fight basically, and then that transition into Pride. So Inoki did a lot for pro wrestling in Japan, and as a politician as well.
So going back to Ring of Honor, now that AEW has kind of absolved Ring of Honor of their championships and they're all there now, how do you feel that the legacy of Ring of Honor and their championships have been treated under the AEW banner?
Well, we haven't seen that much so far. Now it's been like 2-3 championship matches. Like we've seen Gresham dropping the titles to Claudio, and then Jericho became the champ. So that's what we've seen so far. So from how far they want to go with this, is it like something that's going to last a year or 6 months or 3 months? I don't know, but I think it's very interesting, and I think it was very smart, and nobody saw it coming. I think that's the greatest thing about it. Even me, I didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to be just another match for Claudio. Not that I disrespect Chris or anything, but I never saw it coming, and when it happened, to me, it was the greatest thing that could have happened to ROH. I think it leveled up Chris with another championship, a major one. It leveled up the Ring of Honor brand with Chris's name. So it's kind of a win-win. Chris wins because he's got another title, like a major title, and ROH wins because they got Chris credibility. So all that put together, genius move to me. Genius move.
You want to talk about things surprising, not you and Jonah, that series of matches you guys had. Holy shit. The chemistry, the storytelling. Tell us about that whole series, because you guys had a bunch of great matches and it culminated in the Monsters Ball match. On paper, PCO Jonah looks like a Haas battle, but man, you guys tore the house down. How was it working with Jonah?
Awesome. I mean, he's a great talent. He's like 400 some pounds, super agile, super athletic. I mean, he can go, and what a blast, man. It was crazy. I really enjoyed that time. I mean, this is one of my favorite feud ever, because that lasted a long time, like you said. Like, it was probably over a few months, or something like that. Like, lasted like 3 or 4 matches. So a lot of storytelling in between each matches, and yeah, it was great. So just I'm very surprised by his great work and everything. I knew I was watching him on NXT, and I knew he was good, but I never thought he could be that good.
PCO, this is going to sound like the most random question ever, and I have a couple of them now, because I went down a rabbit hole of your stuff from like the 90s with WWE, and I also just recently watched the documentary that WWE put out on Pat Patterson.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know what, if any, your interactions were like with Pat Patterson, because everyone seemed to have at least one interaction with Pat Patterson. And I just want to know, being, both from from Quebec, right, and both being from that area, did you have any interactions with Pat?
Well, we had to because he was
Yeah.
was the vice president, or I mean, he's Vince's right hand man. Like he was, he was doing a lot, and he's calling a lot of finishes for big matches. So yeah, I had to interact with him a bunch of times. But yeah, it's just. Well, do you want to know a story or how?
Yeah, I mean, anything. I mean, if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. Obviously,
no.
I just found it, like, I just watched this. The thing had been out for like at least a year, and I just watched it 2 days ago. So, like, I just want to know if you had anything, especially like anything meaningful about Pat.
Just that sometimes, like, there's nobody around, and we're from Montreal, so he would speak to you in French or whatever, but it'd speak to you in English, but his English wasn't that great either. Like, it's not like you forgot your French, It's like, I don't know why. Is it an habit or something? I mean, of course, when we're French Canadians and we have people from other places around us, for just as politeness, just as not being rude, we'll speak English. That's how I was brought up in the business. When you're surrounded with other people, you don't speak your own language, and so everybody thinks you're talking about them, or they don't know what you're talking about, or if you're laughing at them or whatever. Because I think one of my first trip I did in England was me and my partner were both French Canadian, and we're riding with Dave Taylor and Fit Finley. Probably 4 or 5 hours, 4 or 5 hour ride, and we're speaking French the whole time in the back. By the time we got to the show, those guys are already talking to the other guys that, we kayfabe them, and then we talk in the back of everybody. But they were fuming, So I learned pretty quickly that no, don't do that, And so I get that from Pat, but sometimes Pat was just like, caught up in his role, I guess. So he's just like going on in English, and this makes me laugh. I'm wondering why sometimes. Why is he speaking to me in English right now? I don't get it. So that's one of the story, and also, like, I know when from where Pat is, like the area, it's a pretty rough area. It's it's in Montreal. It's not a nice place, and you see him as a corporate, and he doesn't fit a corporate stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can never get out of that guy, even to get the guy out of the city. So that's how, to me, that's how it came in my mind. That came in my mind, like, this guy's still from Montreal.
That's great.
A story. Damn it! I have an echo. I'm gonna drop out.
All right, so I have one more random question, and then we'll bring it back to current times. I watched recently your debut, your televised debut with the Quebecers back in 1993.
93.
Yeah, it was a house show, TV taping. Nothing crazy, but you guys, like, the moves that you did, and it was before you even did the cannonball finish. Like, your finish was like you did like
Tower? Big
what's
tower.
that?
Big tower.
Yeah, the big tower. You did the like almost like a doomsday device, but Jacques hit like the whoopee cushion type thing.
Yeah,
and then the Boston Crab with the leg drop on the.
Yeah.
So, how much did you and Jacques want to differentiate yourself, not only from the Mountie character, but from the Rougeau brothers team? Because I remember, if I'm not crazy, I think a couple of those moves were done by Jacques and Raymond back then. Do you know that to be true or not?
Well, what was called the one when I hold a guy and he jumps, face high, with the crotch on the guy.
Yeah,
that was done by the Rougeaus.
Yeah.
The tower was done from me and my former tag team partner Rick Crawford, because I had a tag team partner for 3 years before I teamed up with Jacques. So I brought up a lot of ideas to Jacques about what I used to do in my other tag teams before, my other tag team with my other tag team partner. And also the Jacques used to do just the snap Alabama slam.
Yes.
Used to be one of his moves, so I should just turn it into a Boston crab. And I always like to do. I always had a good leg drop, so I'll come up with a leg drop on the neck. So this one I kind of invented with him together. So but then we did the double press also with the neck on the top rope. We did the body slam the guy and body slam me on top of the guy, back drop me on top of the other guy. So we were very, very creative, very innovative. I think at that period of time, '93, we did innovate a lot of moves. Very.
I couldn't agree more. I'm sorry to cut you off. I couldn't agree more. And it's been like we're all getting like the three of us are all getting up there. So like these are our glory days of pro wrestling, like 88 to like 96, 97. Like that's when we really loved watching. And this is what really sticks in our childhood. So like the fact that you guys were doing all these innovative tag team spots, you only really saw that maybe with guys like maybe like the Rockers, maybe like the Rock and Roll Express. And now you guys are two like bigger guys, and now you're just doing these cool moves. Like that like really like stuck out with me when I went back and went down the rabbit hole of watching your stuff.
And the thing is, like, as soon as we teamed up together and like we met in Puerto Rico, and I went for tryout my own, and then after that I got phone calls from Jacques and from Pat and Slaughter and everybody, and it took a few months before they put us together after my tryouts. But once they said, "Go, we want to, we want you as a tag team," we both had the same goal to become champions, world tag team champions in the WWE. So it was there. It was there from the beginning. We worked towards that, and it didn't take long to establish ourselves. I think because that's such good heat and a lot of big pops with those moves. So you could tell it was that kind of naughty type of deal with the moves that the crowd liked, the way they're popping for that.
All right, well, dude, PCO, man, like this has been incredible. Welcome back to the show, and we hope to have you on a third time. Real quick before we let you go, Bound for Glory is this Friday on Fight TV, on pay-per-view. You will be in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match with a lot of great talent. Rich Swan,
I call it that, man. I'm going to become the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. Challenge Jericho, the Ring of Honor title.
There you go. You know what? You just answered the final question of the night. Boom. That's how he's going to call his shot. PCO, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Wish you all the best and everything. Anytime you want to come back on, we'd love to have you. So much to talk about.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, PCO.
Yeah.
Good night, brother.
That was PCO. Current Impact Wrestling superstar, member of Honor No More, which we might not see them together too much longer if my predictions for the pay-per-view go in that direction.
Is he back?
Matt is back. I am still hearing an echo though, and it's throwing me off. Now it's not. Now I'm good.
Okay.
I don't know why it does that.
PCO, Honor No More, Fight TV, pay-per-view, Impact Wrestling, great product. PCO's decision making this weekend will lean heavy on my picks. Well, I mean, obviously it's Friday, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Thursday night's Impact will lean way heavy on the way I pick a lot of things. How about that?
Just so we know, like JJ Rogue is in the comments saying that there was an echo, but now it's gone. I don't know what's going on tonight.
Yeah, when you have time, check your settings and make sure in audio you have echo cancellation on.
In what? Ladiocast or
no on StreamYard. On your StreamYard.
StreamYard. Let me check my settings.
I don't know. I was looking at, and I wanted to ask him because he's had such a storied career. I think he might be the only wrestler who's worked WCW, ECW, WWF, All Japan, New Japan, Impact, TNA, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go. You would have lost me at All Japan and probably New Japan.
GCW. Did I say ECW?
You did say
Yeah.
ECW.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to step on anything, man.
No, I had the fucking echo. I had to punch out, man. It was fucking killing.
Did you hear the echo? I didn't hear any echo.
I heard the echo every single time it happened.
I kept hearing PCO cut in and out.
I heard the echo started with PCO, and it was both. There was echo and cut in and out at the same time. That's when it started. But hey, listen, shit happens. I think that was a tremendous interview, by the way. I'm sorry if I hogged it. Guys, no, nothing.
No, we're just trying to figure it out, man.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I apologize if I hogged the interview. I was just, and this was like, this is so funny. Like, this was like we can disclose this was like a last minute thing. Like, we booked this relatively close to the show, right, Matt?
Yes. No, absolutely. It was
for
great.
someone that just came in for a second time, I was just like out of nowhere flooded with questions for him. And I know we only had him for a limited time. And Matt, I know we only have you for a limited time. So I don't think it could have gone better other than, the tech glitches, but I don't think that's a big deal at all. So I really like that, Matt. Great get.
Yeah, and remember, not Ring of Honor, fuck me. Impact, Bound for Glory this Friday night. It's available on Fight TV and regular pay-per-view. You can go to ppv.com to find where you can see it.
That's right. And I will be ordering this bad boy, so I will keep you boys posted.
Nice. Very exciting. So I don't know how much longer I'm here for. At least another few minutes until I see my wife, or she comes.
My wife.
She'll probably cut. We'll know how long Matt has when Reed comes in and smacks him on the back of the head.
Well, I know I have to leave by 8:30. I don't have to do anything to get ready to go to dinner, though. I'm already showered. I'm already cleaned up.
You washed?
I washed myself. So I'm pretty good to go. Now, look, Tony, we're going to this AEW pay-per-view. Are you going to keep tabs on what's going on in AEW leading up to Full Gear, or you're just going in blind as a bat?
I mean, look, I know things that happen. I listen to Cornette. Cornette gives me details as to all the shows. So it's not like I have no idea what's going on. Of course, he puts his own spin on it. But by and large, I kind of know what's going on.
Can I bring up this day in history, gentlemen?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
35 years ago today.
Oh, I thought it was like this day in AEW history.
The Mega Powers were born.
Yeah.
Saturday night's main event, October 3rd, 1987.
Wait, the Mega Powers were born.
That's probably the handshake one with Mean Gene, and they're not quite there yet.
No, that's when Hogan saves him from getting blasted by the Heart Foundation.
And the Honky Tonk Man.
And the Honky Tonk Man.
Elizabeth runs to the back and gets Hogan to come back. And
good call.
Yeah, and Macho was a good. Yeah, that's weird. Now that I think about it,
that is kind of crazy,
dude. That's awesome, man. Matt, did you get the Mega Powers action figure set?
I didn't order it yet.
Didn't order it yet. Uh-oh. Could be
Damn
sold
it.
out.
No, they just got it back in restock.
Oh, okay.
Look, I do want to break down the wall, though. Obviously, we finished with PCO, and I said that was fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. His response: you guys have a great show going on. Very dynamic, very alive. Thanks, and anytime, just let me know.
Awesome.
Come on, man. It doesn't get any better than that.
That's PC freaking O, man. Dude, and he was getting watching Impact. I was able to squeeze an Impact today at work, and dude, the crowd wants him to get his comeuppance on Eddie Edwards. They want it, man. They want it.
Yeah, they do. So let's stay in the Impact realm, Kevin, because I did I was so annoyed. So Friday, I had half a day get canceled because of the rain. So I got to watch a shitload of wrestling. And then when I decided when things didn't work out with our schedules, and I was like, I should probably take my wife to dinner Monday night for our anniversary. I was kind of annoyed at myself because, of course, this is the week I watched Impact and I watched the NWA, which we're going to talk about before I go. Oh no, yeah,
I did not watch NWA this week, so that's all you
your
guys.
fucking head, Tony. But Kevin, I enjoyed this episode of Impact, and Tony, feel free to kick back, maybe grab yourself an adult beverage if you want. While me and Kevin talk about the Impact, and you can ask any questions if you have them. I love what they're doing with Brian Myers. Do you have any guesses as to who is going to answer this open challenge? Do you think it's going to be his dear, good personal friend, Matt Cardona?
See, why'd you have to say that like that? Because like I was thinking about this. I would have forgot if you didn't just bring that up. But yeah, I think there's a very good chance that it could be Broski.
Is it bros before belts?
Broski loves gold. He's in the business to collect gold and collect money. But how that would translate with his dear, good, close personal friend and mine, the most professional wrestler. Wait, what is it? Where is it? Brian Myers. I don't know. I hope it's not. But if it leads to like a cool babyface turn for Myers and Cardona's like the big douche, and they go at it after this digital media championship, but believe it or not, it depends on like what lens you're looking through it. Looking through it through. Obviously, the digital media championship meant nothing to me forever, but now that Brian has it, and now that the potential is there for Cardona and Brian to feud over it, tell me that's not like at least not the second top belt over White Teeth Mike Bailey's X Division championship. Like, tell me that's not like the most prestigious belt. It's gotta be.
I'm surprised it took it's brilliant if that's the direction they're going to go in with the following that the major wrestling figure podcasts have. Cardona's presence alone on social media, and then Brian is no slouch either.
Yeah,
it's a no-brainer, right?
To me, it's a no-brainer. But I would rather them stay together as a tag team, just for
you don't have to pick one of your boyfriends.
Well, no, it'd be Brian 100%.
Oh,
of course. What do you got your mind? Dude,
I don't know where your loyalty lies, Kevin.
No, it's Hawkins, baby, all day, all night. I only have one of their phone numbers in my phone, and it's not Cardona's.
What if that changed?
What if I got Cardona's number?
If Cardona was reached out to you, it's like, Kevin, I need you in Camp Cornet, Camp Cardona.
God damn, you're gonna join my group.
I'd be like, God damn, man, I'm in. Let's go. What do you want to go? What do you want to go to? Double onions? What do you want to go?
All right, so I got
double figures, double packaging,
figures, double prototypes, double 2-ups.
So I'm watching Impact, right? I got Impact Plus. I stream it to the TV. I'm watching it. I'm doing notes. I'm cleaning up iTunes. I'm working on a bunch of shit. This fucking Joe Hendry vignette. I thought this was a fucking like infomercial. Tony, you gotta fucking see. There's like
I remember the originals. Yeah.
No, dude, this is a whole nother level. They're at like a lawyer's office. Somebody's father died. They all want to know who gets all the money that was left in the will. There's like 4 people. There's a lawyer. They're like, who gets it? And the lawyer's like, it's all going to one man. And they're like, oh, let's go. You better share with me. And like the one brother's like, we'll split it 4 ways between all of us.
And he's been the main character in all of the recurring vignettes. That one kid.
And then the lawyer goes, your father left his money to Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry is behind a bookcase. And then they all start singing his fucking theme music. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's incredible. Like, I've never seen, like, it's like, I think I'm just biased towards Joe Hendry because I've always loved Joe Hendry. But like, you could have something as bad as like the stuff that like Havoc or Jessica and like Taya do, and have something equally as bad as this Joe Hendry stuff. But I will love the Joe Hendry stuff all day because it was like, there was like Matt, if a couple weeks ago, like their dad was on like life support or whatever it was, and they were in the hospital with them, and all of a sudden Joe Hendry just walks in, and his song starts playing, and it's absolutely ridiculous. But Joe Hendry is so freaking funny, and like literally, Matt, you're right. Like they're all sitting. It's the guy's 4 kids, by the way. It's like not just 4 people. It's like his children. So there's 4 children, and none of them get the money. But Joe Hendry does, and Joe Hendry peeks his head up from a fucking library bookcase, like he was some sort of stalker and primal fear or whatever it was, and his song just starts playing. He's like, and Joe Hendry will motivate you. Like at the end, it's Joe Hendry is what Diamond Dallas Page's WWF character should have been.
It's
like Positively Page, like.
Tony, you gotta see it. I
Gotta
thought
watch
it was
it.
an infomercial, bro.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you actually thought it was a commercial, the only reason why I knew it wasn't was because I have the YouTube and it's commercial free. So I'm like, wait a second. I thought it was a commercial, but wait a second. I pay for this, so there shouldn't be commercials. And it was like, oh, this is a Hendry gimmick. And also, they're all from like Scotland, so that helped.
What's I don't understand the Johnny Swinger Zicky Dice stuff.
All right, so that's new to me too, because I usually fast forward over stuff like that. I usually fast forward over the Swinger. Not that I don't like them. I think it's really funny, but they're going back into this Wrestle House, like get like Zicky Dice found Hernandez's wad of cash that has been a big focal point of like a story that they've been doing. So I can't really speak a whole lot about this because they brought back like the Swingettes or whoever they're like the people, the woman that were working his casino at Swingers Palace, and that she left him at the altar, or he left her at the altar, and she married Johnny Bravo. And then Taya and Jessica show up, and I'm just like, all right, trying too hard, bro.
Thoughts on Bobby Fish being an Impact?
All right, I love Bobby Fish. Is it a needle mover? No. I don't think, and it stinks because I absolutely love Bobby Fish, but it's just, did it make the impact that it should have? No pun intended. It didn't. Like, it's just not. It's not. He'll probably end up winning the match that PCO's in. The Call Your Shot. He'll probably end up winning that, but I don't know. how about this? The jury's still out for me with Bobby Fish.
That's a good pick to win that because that sets up. I think Josh Alexander walks out of Bound for Glory because I think PCO has tries to interfere and it backfires. But I like that as like the next monthly pay-per-view main event: Bobby Fish and Josh Alexander.
Yeah, but listen, PCO. Like, what if PCO wins and Eddie Edwards wins? Like, that's one of the ways you can go too.
I don't know.
Or if Josh Alexander wins because of PCO, or if Eddie Edwards wins because PCO reestablishes his allegiance with Honor No More. I don't think they've done nearly what they can do with Honor No More to solidify them as a true threat and impact. And if PCO like affirms his solidity to that group, I think that would be huge. But again, so many different directions.
And the last thing from Impact this week that I wanted to touch on, the Monsters Ball match between Masha and Alley Catch.
Bro,
I did not like this at all.
You didn't like it?
I thought it was missing like
intensity.
Yes.
For like a hardcore, like crazy match,
yes.
It didn't have the intensity that it should have. Well, here's the thing, because you know what? There's no story.
And I understand that. I know that Jordan picked her and Masha picked Max to wrestle Jordan Grace, but I don't know, man. No intensity. The atmosphere was real weird. I mean, they did some brutal stuff and she's eating thumbtacks and shit, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. It wasn't for me.
No, I'm with you. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I totally understand where you're coming from.
And
totally.
I like both women. I like Alley Catch and I like Masha.
Yeah.
But it missed the mark for me.
Yeah, we'll figure out where they go with because obviously Masha has her championship match with Jordan Grace at Bound for Glory, which won't tip my hand on how I'm going to pick that one, but pretty sure I know what I'm going with.
All right. I like that. Anything else from Impact, Kevin? You want to touch on before we move on to?
Nah, let's roll. You got to go. Let's move.
All right. You sure?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I think we did it. I think we did it justice.
So I wish I'd known before I sat down and put this on the TV. I wish I'd known that it was not a regular NWA power show.
You don't like Pretty Empowered?
Dude, what? I'm starting to join the folks in the chat. I don't know how you can be so negative on AEW. Dude, this was not good.
Let me stop you.
Tony never minces words about NWA, by the way.
Kevin knows I call out bullshit when I see it, and I tell you what's good. I don't understand why there's always so much confusion in the chat. I think people just hate on me because I enjoy watching the NWA.
Where's the confusion?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so let's start with the positives, right? I get what they're doing with Pretty Empowered here. They're trying to do like a fixers kind of thing. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. Like I could do with them, like not adding a third member. The stuff with Kyle and King was kind of dopey, but I get what they were trying to go for. Most of it missed the mark. Most of it wasn't terrible, but okay.
Dude, they were horning up on Kerry Morton. I don't want to see that. That's like Velvet Sky After Dark bullshit.
Oh, no. Come on. You cannot see the difference between what happened here with Pretty Empowered and what happened with Velvet Sky and the Dirty Sexy Boys. I think there's a little bit of a difference in the matter here.
Bro, they were undressing that kid with their eyes, making all sorts of sexual advances at him.
Well, look, Kerry Morton's a handsome kid. What do you want from him?
Yeah, I don't want to see this.
Did you want to see Marty Bell and Maddie? I was okay with this match.
I was okay with it too. I didn't have a problem with it. But like Pretty Empowered is like, we're Pretty Empowered. Let's go to the match.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the gimmick. Like this whole fucking Ill-Begotten and Spectaculars teaming up, even though they just fucking broke up like a week ago. And then the Dirty Sexy Boys with the Miserably Faithful. There was one cool spot where JTG and Sal the Pal both sat down together and were clapping, which I was like, all right, that was kind of funny. But for the most part, it's like, why are these fucking idiots in a match? Bright Spot, Rhett Titus and Bestia. Yes. This was actually pretty good. I like this one. And I like the ending. No, yes.
Yeah, no, I'll give it the ending. It was the whole Pretty Empowered thing really, like, I was like, what? And I hated the main event.
Well, what, Camille and Max, or you talking about the Scion match?
No, the Scion match.
Yeah, I was disappointed that they decided to air the Camille match against Max from NWA 74, but whatever. But yeah, like I did not enjoy that at all. I was wondering how they were going to get out of it. I didn't care for the way they got out of it because the whole gimmick is Austin Idol supposed to be pushing his son to the next level. What the fuck did this accomplish? And now it's like, oh, it's okay to be a quitter. What the fuck?
Yeah, I just didn't like this. He's the national champion. He's with Austin Idol. It's a handicap match. You know what you're signing up for.
Well, right? Speaking of signing up for things.
Oh.
Well, Tyrus cashed in his lucky 7, so he's going to be in the main event at was it Hard Times 3? Is this Hard Times 3?
Yes,
Hard Times 3, Daddy.
Yes. So we're crowning a new world television champion with 2 5-person matches, and those winners will face each other. And we'll get to that when we get to NWA USA. Anything else about NWA Empowered?
We're talking about both.
Yeah, we have to. There's 3 matches on this weird NWA Pretty Empowered surge.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Well, 5 really, but 4 that happened.
Yeah, okay. And then they replayed the main event. They also informed, the AAA Triple Mania shows happening. It's going to be Camille challenging Taya Valkyrie for the AAA Reyes de Reyes championship.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen there.
Well, I guess you'll have to find out and see.
Yeah, good thing we don't pick AAA.
Oh, we can.
No, we can't.
We'll be talking plenty AAA next week with our guest Sam Adonis. So,
all right. Well, I like Sam.
He's going to be part of it. All right. So, yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know. I was like disappointed. Outside of Rhett and Bestia, this I don't know.
I don't know.
Like I do like. I don't get a ton of time to watch wrestling. Like, do I tune in to the NWA next week? I kind of want to, but if they're gonna give me this again, I'm good, man.
Well, were you okay with what they gave you on USA this week?
I didn't get to catch USA, but you're gonna give me the rundown before I run out of here.
Of course I am. We are 2 5-man matches to decide the 2 challengers that are going to face each other for the vacant NWA World Television Championship. First match, Ricky Morton, Jax Dane, Anthony Mayweather, Marshe Rockett, AJ Kazana. If you were a betting man, who would you pick out of those 5 to win this match?
Give me those names again.
Ricky Morton, Jax Dane, Anthony Mayweather, Marshe Rockett, AJ Kazana.
I'd think Marshe.
Marshe. Kevin, how about you?
He's gone.
Kevin's gone. I'm sorry. I'm reading. I'm not watching the StreamYard. Well, Matt, you would be 100% wrong. AJ Kazana wins the match.
Okay.
Mayweather gets eliminated first, followed quickly by Jax Dane. Ricky Morton gets eliminated, and Marshe and Kazana go at it for a few minutes. But Marshe fucking wins, dude. He taps him out with the Kimura.
Marshe wins or AJ wins?
AJ.
Okay, you just said Marshe wins.
No, did I? I didn't mean to say that. No,
Okay.
AJ Kazana wins.
Okay, so AJ's going to the finals.
Yes. Fixers and Matt Vine, who may be part of the Fixers now. I don't know. Jake Dumas and Mercurio might be forming a team, which I'm all about. They had some time at the podium. They were not really loving each other, but respecting each other, which was kind of cool. Odinson's challenging Flip Gordon. Apparently, they're going to be facing each other. I would assume that's going to happen in Hard Times 3. Rolando Freeman calling out Trevor Murdoch again. He's fucking nuts. Second match of the night: Jamie Stanley and Bully Ray.
Do you mean November 14th guest Rolando Freeman?
Oh, is he really? Well, he's a good guy.
All right. Well, I mean, he could still be nuts.
Well, he's fucking nuts. I mean, who do you think he is?
Fair
He
enough.
wins 2 matches against Kevin's best friend, and he thinks he's going to get a fucking title shot. I mean, come on.
Kevin
Come on.
needs better friends.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so Bully Ray, Jamie Stanley. This was like fucking just Bully Ray beating the shit out of Jamie Stanley after some backstage shit. You know, Jamie Stanley does the shit where he interviews somebody, but it's all about him. And Bully Ray just kind of stood there. He's like, hey, I could be partners with you, get the tables, I could do all that. And then Bully Ray kind of gives him a love tap, and he's like, you got good ideas, kid. And he walks off, and Bully Ray just fucking wins this match. I didn't care for it, whatever. So, Matt, here's the other match.
All right, give it to me, baby.
Challenging AJ Kazana is one of these 5 men, or 5 people. The Pope, Caprice, Max the Impaler, Jordan Clearwater, Rush Freeman. Who's your choice?
Max the Impaler.
You would be wrong because Max was the first person eliminated. We actually got some cool shit with Caprice Coleman and the Pope in the middle of this thing. Rush Freeman got eliminated pretty quickly too. So Clearwater's on the outside. The Pope and Caprice are going at it. Caprice Coleman rolls up the Pope and eliminates the Pope. And Rush Freeman hits the Midas touch. Not Rush Freeman. Jordan Clearwater hits the Midas touch. AJ Kazana, Jordan Clearwater for your television championship. I'm kind of hoping it's Clearwater, but they might pull some shit over here and give us AJ Kazana. It's fucking
I'm good with that. I kind of like that.
I was kind of hoping maybe, like you said, like maybe Marshe would have got a shot. It was kind of looking like maybe Anthony Mayweather would have got a shot. But dude, Mayweather and Jane were like out like this. It was nuts. It was quick how quick they got rid of those guys.
Give us some fresh people, man.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Before I leave you guys, I want to pick our November Patreon winner.
Oh,
nice.
Brendan Haney will be joining us. Where's my notepad here? Next week?
2 weeks, I think. Or is it next week already?
It is next week for Down the Aisle. 2 weeks, we have Thunder Frog and a Wizards Rewind back to the Pile Driver VHS.
Fuck yeah, dude. I can't wait for that watch along. I can't wait for Thunder Frog. It's going to be fun.
All right, so let me pick this so I can go to dinner with my wonderful wife.
I'm surprised you're still here.
Well, she hasn't come upstairs, so I don't know if she needs to get ready or if we're not going.
She's getting all purdy for you. Uh-oh.
No, she's not. She hasn't come upstairs yet, so I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
All right. David Henry Bauer III
I wonder if he's going to join us with his friend Antonio Hosserman making some experimental music.
is our November winner. So, David, I will reach out to you and we'll figure out what you want to do in November. The anniversary show is off limits.
Yeah, get out of here.
But you have the 7th, the 14th, and the 28th to decide what you want to do with the Wizards. Gentlemen, I am going to peace out. Oh, he's in the chat. Congratulations, David Henry Bauer.
There you go. Look at that. Look at this guy. Look at this guy with his heart emojis. Heart emojis to the sky, baby.
You fellas enjoy the rest of the show.
You enjoy your dinner, brother. Happy anniversary.
I'm very looking forward to it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me jump in. I know I kind of sprung the idea of me not being here on you guys a little late yesterday, but it all worked out.
Yeah.
Sure
and
did.
Enjoy the rest of the show, gentlemen.
All righty, Roo.
I'll catch you on the flippity flop.
All right, get out of here.
See ya.
Yeah, you're done here.
I'm out.
Get out. T-Donk.
It's about fucking time he left, dude.
Yeah, what? Like, why was he here this long?
Because he doesn't want to go out on a date with his wife. Come on.
It's a very good point.
Seriously, like, would I want to go out on a date with my wife if I had a chance to talk to you and Matt? Hell no.
Well, I've heard most millionaires hate their wives. So,
you know, I don't want to delve into their relationship, but
That's
is
true.
not necessarily a false statement you're making there.
that may have been unfair, but it may not have been false.
I mean, every situation is different. I'm not saying that that's Matt's situation, but it does come from a place of a little bit of veracity. So there you go.
There, well, yeah. I mean, if history is a guide, it happens.
No, but Matt definitely shot way out of his league with Rhiannon. She's
Oh
good
God!
for him.
Oh God! Yes.
She keeps him. Look, I'm not one to talk. I
No,
definitely
neither am
overshot
I.
out of my
I'm not
league
married,
too.
but yeah, I'm not married, but I got someone, so we're good. Way out of my league.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, the Wizards did all right for themselves.
we're trying. We're trying. It's a struggle every day, Tony.
I would suggest taking a break, but if you want to power through, I can power through.
Or are you doing Patreon?
I mean, I can. If that's
I
what
mean,
you
I have
want
to
me
get
do.
up for like 5 seconds, and I can be right. But that's why we took a leak when you guys did NWA. So I wasn't sure if you were doing Patreon, and I had the
Yeah, I
filibuster.
mean, I'll hit the Patreons.
Hit
We can do that.
Patreon, and then if you
Yeah.
have to take a break, I can filibuster with the people in the chat, and then if you have to leave for a second, then we can just go dive right. You can dive right into my top 5 if you want,
Yeah, we could do that. We could
because
do
I
that.
have 3
Look, brother.
that I want you to choose from.
Look, I don't know how busy you've been at work, but I've been getting my ass kicked the past couple of weeks. So if you want to pull the train into this, if the train arrives,
No,
at
we're
the
not putting. No,
station
no,
early
no, no, no,
tonight-
no, 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 no.
What?
No trains are being pulled in before the allotted original 2-hour time slot.
Oh no, 2 hours for sure. I'm not saying we're leaving after the Patreons. Hell no.
Yeah. We'll go
No,
till
but
9.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying we don't need to be on an hour-long delay the way we usually are.
No, I mean I enjoy the time that we spend. So like if it goes 2.5, 3, I don't care. But without the guy steering the ship, it's
Well, we
a little.
steer the ship just fine.
Oh no, I think with my top 5, I have 3 that I have selected.
Now, in fairness, I'll let the cat out of the bag. What I had in my notes was a top 5 that had to do with something we already discussed tonight. But I think in talking about it, it might be a little fun.
So
Just
you
to-
want to do a top 5?
Well, I was planning on like maybe being like the appetizer to what is your
I
main
love it.
course.
I love it.
But we talked about a lot of it tonight already, so we can get into that later.
All
But
right.
if you need to go on a PP and a beverage break,
No, I went PP. I just got to go grab a beer. That's all.
PP and a beer. Maybe that's the
I
name of
already
tonight's
did the
episode.
PP. I already
Well, you
did
can
that.
pee again.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe you got to piss like a bitch. I don't know. I have to piss. Dude, I'm telling you, since I've gotten older, I piss a lot more than I ever fucking wanted to.
Well, I drink a gallon of water a day, right?
Like straight up, like
Not in one sitting. I don't funnel a gallon of water, but I try to drink at least 7.5 to 8 of those regular Poland Spring bottles of water a day, just because it makes me feel more energetic and it helps cleanse and it works. So I try to do that every single day, and it helps that we have free water supplied by the taxpayers of West Orange. So
awesome. God bless the good
that's
folks of West Orange.
incredible.
But fuck their kids because you don't want them coming over for Halloween. So how's that?
No, stupid kids.
Fucking
The
kids.
only people that are allowed in my house on Halloween are my nieces. That's it. Or my neighbor's kids. That's it.
Yeah,
I-
of course.
Kate said, I already went PP should be the name of the show. I already went PP. I did.
Don't tempt us.
We'll do it. I already went. How about I already went PPCO?
I was gonna say pee and a beer.
Did you not hear what I just said? How cold it was?
I heard it.
I already
I
went PPCO. All right.
It was okay.
I think it was great. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be
I went-
literally right back.
PPCO. Oh, now I'm
PPCO.
thinking about that.
Disrespectful to him. We shall not do it.
Great. Now I get to be solo like Matt over here. Oh, this is wonderful. Anyway, you know what else is wonderful? If you supported us on Patreon, patreon.com/Wizards Podcast, for as little as $1 a month, you will get your name mentioned as one of our Patreon producers each and every week that we're on the air. And of course, that is each and every week because, damn it, almost 11 years, we've never missed a week giving you people content. We enjoy doing it. If you want to kick us a little more every month, well, that's okay too, because for $3 a month, you get access to each and every bonus episode we've ever done. Crossword puzzles, watch alongs, what ifs. We've done it all. And you can check it out for $3 a month. $5 a month, we got plugs. $10 a month, like our friend David Henry Bauer III. You'll get your name picked from a hat. If you get picked, you might get to choose what you want to do as part of the Shining Wizards. You could sit in on a Down the Aisle. You could sit in on a Wizards Rewind. Hell, you like the guests for the month? We'll even let you sit in and ask a couple questions of a guest.
Tony,
how awesome is that?
Tony,
What's up, dude?
This is kind of like Bound for Glory. You can call your shot.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's a great way to put it. I thought you were going to make PP and get a beer.
No, I already made PP.
But did you get a beer?
Oh, I got plenty. I got like 4.
So Kevin's back. So Kevin's helping me with the plugs tonight. I like this.
Right.
But like I said, as little as $1 a month, you get to become a Patreon producer, just like these good people that I'm about to rattle off right now. We always start, as usual, with the king and the queen of the Shining Wizards, Manny Crazzo and Kathy Hummer. Danny Russinello at Not Danny Russ on the Twitter box. His brother, Anthony Russinello, he might host a show that's on the Shining Wizards Network called Join the Mark Order Podcast. Why am I saying Join the Mark Order? Because that's the slogan. And if you're not joining the Mark Order, what the fuck are you doing on Wednesdays after Dynamite? I don't know. I'm usually sleeping, but I'm always dropping in to check them out. You guys should too. Sean Toe, Sean Kaleo. By the way, Sean Kaleo is the man that is responsible for bringing Can You Beat That to this show. I will always remember that dude. That's awesome shit. Kate the Great Hensler. Oh Jesus, how long?
Remind me to ask you about that story.
It was easy. He sent me an email and he's like, I forget where he had seen something like it or heard it, and it actually worked out. But I'll give you more detail later.
Fair.
Kate the Great Hensler at Miss Kate Fabe. She's hosting Sour Grabs, Fightful Friday Night SmackDown, the Rampage post show. She pops in on this show once in a while. She joins the Mark Order on Wednesdays. Kate's awesome. You should follow her too.
And I'm pretty sure she refereed the Brian Myers versus Crazy Steve match on Impact. I'm telling you, find that match. The ref looked exactly like Kate. Blonde hair, bangs.
I might have to pop you into this if you keep talking. People are going to think it's weird that I'm like listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening to like a higher power or something.
Well, I am a higher power.
Matt Garifo at WhoDatMatt81, Christine Friesendorf, Mark Parloni.
Happy birthday, Mark. Actually, happy birthday, Matt, by the way.
Happy birthday, Matt. No relation, though. I don't know how you would know his birthday, but there you go.
We're tight.
Jay Kopp, the big cop of pump. Thomas Copps, the Mod Spock at High Five Tom, doing the Marking Out ROH Revelry podcast. Check it out. Dude's awesome. He's always talking with William Mercier. We'll get to him later, though, by the way. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. Mr. Michael Hammond, Mr. Matthew Birch, Mr. Braden Bergeron, and Fuego 30, our number one fan from Iowa, Mr. Brandon Haney. Why is everybody Mr. Ryan Schlong, another guy from the Mark Order podcast at Mark Order Pod. So many people involved in this show. Fucking listen to it, damn it.
Yeah.
Asian Joe, David Henry Bauer III, our winner for November. Don't forget about his pal Antonio Hosserman. He's making experimental music at Harvestman Records 856.bandcamp.com/music. I know it's a lot. Write it down. Check it out. Bookmark it. You'll never have to hear it again because you'll be listening to it all the time. Does that make sense? Of course it does. Mike Peterson at LOL Mike Peterson. The Daily Smart, thedailysmart.com at The Daily Smart. They help you find the latest wrestling news along with up-to-the-minute daily podcasts. Don't forget, we deliver YouTube videos to keep you in the loop. Of course, the most handsome Kevin of them all, Kevin Rogue at Year of Pod, at JJ Rogue Means, at the Tot Spod, TOTSPOD. That's right. Kevin Rogue doing it all over the place with the Year Pod with the fucking TOTS podcast. Check him out. Kevin, I'm going to fucking put this one right down the middle for you because last and certainly least, Mr. William Mercier Jr.
Lives are gonna be in William, by God, Mercier's hands. You know what I mean?
Kevin, I do know what you mean. And if you want to follow William Mercier at W Mercier JR.
That spoke to me, that one.
That was a good one, man. I know you were feeling that.
I you know what? I feel like the more energy or the more soul I put into these, the better they come across. And not creepy at all.
It's passion, bro.
That's it. That's what we do, man.
Passion.
So I do want to say real quick, happy birthday to my brother, Matt.
What?
Whose birthday was this past Saturday.
Who?
October 1st.
Who is he?
No relation. How about hashtag no relation?
Well, okay. All right. I thought we were
There you
breaking
go.
kayfabe there for a minute.
Nah, happy birthday, brother. Didn't get a chance to celebrate him yet, but got him a couple good presents, so I'm excited to see him when I do. So we're good. Ow!
Kevin.
Oh, baby.
Matt's gone.
No, not Shining Wizards, Matt.
You know what that means?
That means it's time for the
Rolling in my two-man army.
Yeah, dude. I would play more than that, but I don't feel like getting thrown off a Streamcast.
How much more? You couldn't have played like a second more?
That's the only clip I have. I can play it again.
Oh no, do it again.
Rolling in my two-man army.
I feel like that's like the equivalent of like the Moose drops. Like it's Tony, it's just us. How about
Hey,
Hey Moose. Hey Moose.
hey,
Hi Moose. Moose. For the next half hour to 40 minutes, who do you feel like hearing from tonight?
Shining the Wizards.
More specifically, if you can. And I know it's tough for you.
Hey,
Okay, yeah, I know. But if there's a sector of the Shining Wizards that you would want to hear from, maybe named Kevin and Tony, what would they be called?
Oh, shit.
Rolling in my two-man army.
You fucked me up because they're on two different pages.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's why I tried to delay it because I knew you'd have work to do. But thank you, Moose, and the two-man army is very excited to have you listening to the show as always, Moose. Moose, you're a big supporter, and we love you for that.
All right, I already stopped. I can't go back.
I don't care. We're good. I just you throw one more dart at the board, Tony.
Yeah, you know what? You don't always hit the triple bulls, you know?
I hit triple. Well, there's no triple bulls.
I thought it was a triple bull. The
No,
center?
No, you're right. Yeah, the center, triple bull and double bull. You're right.
I don't know my fucking darts. Come on, KJG.
No, wait.
Yeah, triple bulls is 60.
Yeah, you're right. The black ring is
The black, as opposed to the brown ring.
The black ring is the double, and the thing is a triple.
I got it on. I got it on good
The
information.
green ring is the single. That's right. There it is. That's what was throwing me off.
That's right.
That's it.
Got it
Big
on
dart
good
concept.
information that JJ Rogue likes throwing pumpkin dicks at the brown ring.
Yeah, I don't like. I like handsome Kevin, but he lost me there.
It was a callback to the pumpkin dick.
No. You didn't lose
you
me
got
there.
it.
He lost me there.
Kevin lost. Yeah, Kevin lost the plot on that one. Isn't that what the Brits say? I know that's what Gordon Ramsay says when people fuck up. Oh, you lost the plot.
Donk.
Oh, what's up, Kevin?
What do you say we play a little game?
Kevin, what game would that be?
All right, so I have three. I had two terrible top fives.
Wait. Time out. Hold
Oh,
up.
I'm
Kevin,
sorry.
it's time.
All right, so Tony, it is time for my very prestigious top five list that I create every single time I'm asked to do so. But I had two ideas that I wasn't too positive about, so I made one today, literally 2 hours ago. which I really like, but I kind of want Matt to be here for it. So do you want the ridiculous? There's two like kind of like silly ones, and one that I think Matt would need to be here for it. Maybe you could do it too. All right, so Tony, I'm gonna play it like a can you beat that thing. I'm gonna give you two categories.
Okay, you're gonna give me the silly ones though. You're gonna hold the other one for Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I think you could handle the real one too. But I'm gonna give you two silly ones, two ones that really have no like. They're basically based off my preference and not like what the majority of people would think. All right, and one of them is super silly. All right, so I'll give you the two topics, right? And you can choose which one you want, because at least I'll have them in the hopper. All right, so the first category is called the single best, and it has 5 answers.
Your goddamn delivery, dude.
And the second one is potential BFFs, and that has 5 answers.
I want the potential BFFs. I think that'll be fun.
So Tony, these are 5 current WWE superstars that I would love to be BFFs with.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Brosefs. I want to be Brosefs with these 5 guys, but only in a particular order.
5 guys, just guys.
Yeah, I wanted to include some women, but I just felt like let's just keep it simple for the game.
Guys you want to be friends with.
Guys I want to be like not only I want to be like text buddies with. Like I am with my dear good close personal friend Brian Myers. Like I want to be like text buddies with these 5 dudes to talk about stuff.
I think this is fantastic. Let's see how well I do.
Maybe I should have had Matt here for this one too.
No. He's doing more important things.
They're 5 current WWE superstars, and they're on the main roster.
Okay, main roster. No NXT dudes.
No NXT.
I'm gonna start with everybody's favorite bro, Matt Riddle.
Sorry.
No, Kevin. We're up to a bad start already.
Wish I could ring the bell.
Oh, dude, but why not? Why not Matt Riddle? Was he even in consideration?
Well, I don't smoke the pot.
Yeah, but I figured you guys could be bros. And dude, nothing would make me happier than seeing you and Matt Riddle riding around on the fucking scooters.
I agree.
That'd be fun as shit, dude.
No, I agree. All right, so I should have put more like drama and like Vince McMahon like creative into this, but these are like people that I have met, except for 2 that I have met. Nope, actually 3 that I have not met. But I would like to like. I feel like first of all, I'm fans of them all, and second of all, like I feel like I could just like be cool with. And again, I'm fans of them all, so it's not like someone that I don't like.
Handsome Kevin wants to know in-ring performers only.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So people that you've met. Wow, that changes the dynamic a little bit.
No. See. All right. So here's this. One of them has been a guest on the show, and another one has a picture with our T-shirt.
Oh God.
And one of them I have a picture with.
Oh God. One of them had a picture.
Don't think just go with it.
Yeah, but now like that kind of fucked me up because
no, don't worry about it. Just fucking go.
Oh boy.
Who do you know that I'm a fan of in WWE?
Huh.
I've always said other than Broski and Hawkins, this guy was my favorite.
Well, it doesn't help that I don't remember who you said.
Come on. All right, go with your gut and I'll let you know.
Well, since Kate and Handsome Kevin are insistent, I'm gonna ask Sami Zayn.
Thought about it.
All right, well, there you go.
Thought about Sammy. I think Sammy would be a blast to chill with, but no. Especially now, I feel like Sammy would be on there.
All right. AJ Styles.
You have the bell? T-Donk, AJ Styles comes in at did I put 6 on this list? I have 6 on this list. So this is a very rare top 6. AJ Styles comes in at number 5 on this list.
That's the one that's wearing the T-shirt.
Yes, that's. Oh no, then there's 2 wearing the T-shirt. That was the past. That was the past guest. That was the past guest.
Who's worn the T-shirt?
Who's worn the T-shirt? So there's 2 people wearing the T-shirt on this list.
Oh, Jesus, good God Almighty.
Don't go to the chat. Hide the chat.
Oh, Damian Priest.
No.
Well, he was a former guest.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I want to hang out with him.
But did Punishment Martinez ever wear the shirt? Did
It
we ever
doesn't
get
mean-
Punishment?
No, he never wore the shirt. He was a guest,
Huh?
but I also have no desire to hang out with him.
Wow, that's kind of mean.
No, it's not mean. I respect the shit out of him, but when you see the list, come on,
Who
you taking out?
Your good buddy, The Miz.
You saw Lisa's thing in the chat, didn't you?
Oh no, did she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she did. My bad.
Tony, ring
But
the
dude,
bell.
The Miz is your buddy, though. Come on.
Because The Miz is number one.
Of course he is.
I think The
course he
Miz
is.
would be just Bud Lights, pool party, like going on the red carpet just because I know him. Like, bro, like Miz is number one on the list. So you have
bro is Matt Riddle.
I know, but I've said bro long before Matt Riddle was alive. So, Miz, you got Miz at number one, AJ Styles at number 5, and remember there are 6 now.
Fuck, Cody Rhodes.
Whoa!
I almost forgot he was there.
Whoa! There goes Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes in at number 3. I love Cody. I've hung out with him, met him a couple times, but we're not bros, man. He snubbed every request about doing the podcast. So yeah, Cody's number 3, man. The Miz at number 1, Cody number 3, and AJ Styles number 5. So you have 3. You're up 3. You've got 3 more to go.
Who else would you want to hang out with? Who else would you want? And I don't. Well, clearly the Miz is the one you haven't met yet, right? Or are there 2 now that you have?
There's 2 more. I mean, if you count AJ Styles, then no, I haven't met AJ technically.
Okay.
But there's 2 more that I have not met that I would like to meet, and one who I've talked to on numerous occasions and saw him recently, actually.
God. Would you be the type of guy that would want to hang out with Randy Orton?
It's a great guess. I think in terms of like wrestling, yes, but in terms of like hanging out and like just talking about stuff, he did not make the cut.
Kofi Kingston.
Tony, get that bell. Tony Kingston just slid in at number 6.
Tony Kingston?
That's right. He's Italian and Jamaican and Ghanaian.
Gonorrhean.
He's from Italy, Jamaica, and Ghana all at the same time. Kofi Kingston, big fantasy football guy. I would love to be in my cousin is actually in a league with Kofi Kingston, a fantasy football league with Kofi Kingston. So I would love to somehow schnurr my way into that league and play fantasy football with Kofi Kingston.
God, now this is getting tough now too. Damn it.
So you have The Miz, you have Cody, you have AJ, and you have Kofi. So you're missing 2.
Would you want to hang out? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you'd go for anybody in the bloodline. So I don't know if you'd want to hang out with Brock Lesnar. I'm going to say Brock Lesnar.
I mean, obviously, I'd want to hang out with all these dudes, but like, I want to be like bros. I want to be like BFFs with these guys.
Oh my goodness.
And the one that I've met, that I encountered recently, he's a shirt guy, and he's been around for a while. And the other guy, never met, never been on the show. But I've been a fan of his for a very long time. I think we also may have done a bonus episode on him. And when we first started doing bonus episodes. Patreon.
He's a shirt guy.
The shirt guy's not the bonus episode guy.
No, but I'm trying to think of who's currently on the roster. Who else do we have a shirt? Who else has a shirt?
It is a blue and white shirt.
A blue and white?
That's right.
Wow. There's not too many people that have the blue and white.
Blue and white, baby.
Oh, good God.
Come on, baby.
Dude, I really don't know. Wow.
Someone mentioned it in the chat.
Well, I'm not watching the chat. I shut the
Okay.
chat. Should I go
Okay.
back to the chat?
I mean, if it'll help you. No, I'd rather just give you hints and you actually see who it is. Me and Matt went to an Evolve show
Oh,
where he was doing a signing.
Yoo-Hoo Nation.
No.
Oh,
I do love Yoo-Hoo Nation now. I would be friends with him too.
shit. And I picture it too, like with.
This is a different. No, it's not that show. This may have been a Dragon Gate show for all I know. But
Oh,
that's
fuck. Gargano? Wow.
Johnny Gargano, big action figure guy, big dork like me. So yeah, Johnny Gargano is number 4. So you're missing number 2. And this might be more to do with like my fandom of the guy as opposed to like what we actually have in common, other than him being a legit insane athlete. You know, we have that in common, obviously.
Well, of course.
But I'm a big fan of sports, and I know he is too. So, and he's been around forever. And he's a current WWE guy. Left and came back. Did some stuff.
Oh, Claymore?
No, not Claymore.
Well, he left and came back.
Right. Well, so many people did, but he's been back for a while. And but he left and
fucking almighty Bobby Lashley.
No.
What?
No. You're close.
Strowman? Strowman.
No,
you want to hang out with Bob? You want to hang
no,
out with
this guy and Bobby Lashley were in the same business at some point.
Oh, and wait. Oh, ooh, Shelton.
Ain't no stopping me. No.
I was ready to say MVP, but I'm like, maybe it was Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin, man. So number 6, Kofi Kingston. These are all people that I would like to be like total of bros with, total BFFs with. Number 6, Kofi Kingston. Number 5, AJ Styles. Number 4, Johnny Gargano. Number 3, Cody Rhodes. Wow, you're only number 3, but you can be my BFF.
Oh my God. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, I saw that. Kratza says, Austin Theory, former guest. Number 2, Shelton Benjamin. Ain't no stopping him now. Number 1, Miz. These are the top 5 current WWE superstars that I'd want to be best friends with.
Well, 6.
6. That's it. That's what we did. Tony, how'd you feel about that list?
You know what? It was fun. I wish my my panic mode didn't set in so quickly, but
I guess part of that was my fault because I put a lot of qualifiers on them, which I got to learn to stop doing. But you don't necessarily watch a whole lot of current WWE, so I didn't even know who the heck you even knew was on the roster. To be honest,
no, I mean, but the problem is when you start having to narrow it down and focus on it, then it becomes like you start getting in your own head.
Well, no, I try to do that just to make sure the segment doesn't last an hour and a half, especially now that we're down, and the fact that we're down a guy.
Somebody's missing.
Do you want to do one more, Tony? I want to do this other one.
All right, let me get into mine first, real quick.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's right. Oh, yours was the appetizer.
Well, this one will go quick. So I wanted to do my 5 most important matches in the history of Antonio Inoki. So we talked about a lot of them already when we talked about him at the beginning of the show.
Right.
Most of them are pretty easy. The ones that we didn't talk about, they may not be the most important in the grand scheme of things, but they were pretty important, in my opinion, to Antonio Inoki's career. They're in no particular order, by the way. If I had a number of them, I could, but there's 5 of them. There's definitely 5 of them.
So obviously we're going with are we doing the shoot with Ali?
Yeah, that definitely made the list. That was, by the way, trivia question about that one. A little note of trivia: Judo Gene LaBelle, who recently passed away, was the special guest referee for that exhibition. So there you go.
There you go. Are we doing? Did he do something with Gorilla?
No tag teams, by the way. No, Ali did something with Gorilla.
That's right. Ali did something with Gorilla. What about? There's got to be something with him and Hogan on there, right?
Yeah. Can you pinpoint? Can you tell me which one?
No.
Okay. It was before the IWGP became a contested championship, an actual heavyweight title. It was a year tournament. like kind of like the King of Pro Wrestling or like the Super Juniors.
Yeah,
So
everything New Japan does today.
yeah, so if you won this, you were the IWGP champion for a year. And there were only a few times where it was actually defended. I think once against Andre and once against Hogan when Inoki was champ. But that first matchup where Hulk Hogan beat him by knockout to become the first ever IWGP champion, historical. This is the start of New Japan Pro Wrestling. So Inoki versus Hogan from June 2nd, 1983. That's two of them.
All right. So what about this? Has to be, if there was an order, this might be number one other than the All 8. Is it him and Flair?
Actually, yes. And I chose the match from Collision in Korea from April 29th, 1995.
That's what I was going for.
And the thing that the crazy thing about this story was it was him pushing to get into North Korea. It was him pushing that he was a Korean supporter during World War II. Like his family. I forget how it works out, but bottom line is he became a hero to the North Koreans. And Ric Flair was like the nasty American. So it had this like dynamic where Inoki was like their savior, like their superhero. And it played so much more into it. And plus, dude, 190,000 people at Pyongyang Stadium. I mean, like, look, circumstances around it or not, that's a big fucking deal to headline a show like that.
I agree. How many have I guessed so far? 3?
Well, that's 3. That's 3. We got 2 more. One of them we talked about already.
How about him? I don't think we talked about this actually, unless we did. How about him in Backlund?
Did not talk about that one. Significant, yes, but not one of like the big movers and shakers, in my opinion. But good guess.
Him did he ever have a match with Baba?
I would imagine so back in their early days, but
nothing that would pull the
nothing
trigger?
on the list. No.
We
talked about one earlier.
Inoki. He didn't wrestle a bear, did he? Or a tiger?
No, but he wrestled somebody big as a bear. If you want to, get a hint for one of them.
Oh, is it the one that he shot on?
Well, there's that one, but all right. So there's 2 of them where he wrestled guys as big as a bear.
Okay.
And the one you're talking about is the one we talked about earlier. Yes.
Okay.
Do you remember who the opponent was?
No chance.
Same name.
Oh, big Antonio.
The great Antonio.
The great Big Antonio. Big Tiger Antonio.
See, what kills me about Great Antonio is he actually wrestled for Otto Vons. He was brought in, to Japan years ago. He was a big, strong guy, but at this point in his career, he was just a slob, dude. But back in Canada, where he was from, huge gimmick, big star. Fucked himself out of professional wrestling with this performance. This was rough for him, but Inoki kicked the ever-loving shit out of him.
All right.
Kevin, you're missing one, and this was a big debut for somebody in New Japan at the expense of Antonio Inoki.
Antonio Inoki. So it's a big debut. Is it a Gaijin?
Yes.
Antonio Inoki. So it's gotta be. It can't be anyone from it's gotta be at least 90s. It's not like a guy like Goldberg or some shit like that, or a Brock. It's not. It's gotta be earlier. It's gotta be. It can't be. I'm shooting blind here, so it's got. Can you give me Can you give me a 5-year wingspan?
87 to 92.
Oh God.
I can give you a visual hint.
No, I don't do that. It's not Warrior. It's not Dusty. It's not Macho. It's not. So was he a big star before he went there?
He would get bigger, but he was probably.
Is it Bam Bam or Dr. Death?
You are so close, dude.
Is it Vader?
Kevin.
All right, I'll take that.
December 22nd, 1987, Vader debuts and destroys Antonio Inoki, inciting riots in the Tokyo Dome. Crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
I'm impressed by myself. I'm not going to lie to you.
So there you go. Antonio Inoki versus Vader versus Ric Flair versus the great Antonio versus Hulk Hogan and versus Muhammad Ali. That was my attempt at an Antonio Inoki top 5. Kev, if you got one more that you want to play to round out the show, I'm all ears.
Dude, it'll take 10 minutes. Probably.
Beautiful. Perfect.
All right, so this is the one that's going to be singles only. So I don't know why I got this idea, but I decided to make a top 5 of the best wrestlers who had the majority of the career wearing singlets.
5 wrestlers wearing
And I'm not
singlets.
talking about like full like shorts, 2 straps. No curve groin action.
5 guys who made their career wearing singlets. Okay.
So the 5 best wrestlers, in my opinion, the five, and I'll probably miss one, but this was an idea that I had for a while.
I got 3 of them already. This is going to be good.
It's a relatively easy list with the top maybe 3 or 4. So go with Tony. The ball's in your court, baby.
I'm going to go everybody's favorite Canadian, Bret the Hitman Hart.
All right, so no. Here's why. Because I don't include the long trunks, the long tights as a singlet. It's literally shorts. It's from shorts above the knee.
Fair enough.
To the straps.
Then let's go with Kevin's favorite Canadian wrestler, Owen Hart.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna have trouble on that one.
Really?
Yeah. Owen Hart comes in at number 3, T-Don.
Only 3 for you, huh?
Well, there's a lot of
I understand. Kevin, let's go to the guy who's on. What?
You hide in the chat?
Oh yeah, shit.
Hide
I'm not
the
even
chat.
looking though. I'm not even looking. I already had 3 on the top of my head.
Right.
Kevin, everybody's favorite Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
T-Donk from number 3 from Owen Hart to number 1
Woohoo!
on the list. Kurt Angle. It's true.
Fucking A, dude.
Kurt Angle number 1. So you have number 3 Owen Hart. You have number 1 Kurt Angle.
And these are all WWF guys, or these are all over the place?
1 is not WWF.
Okay.
And I actually took out a WWF guy to replace him with this guy.
I will go to somebody who was in a few more places other than the WWF and go with Minnesota's own Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect, Tony Kurt Hennig comes in at number 2, baby. So not quite perfect enough for Kurt Angle, but Kurt Angle, come on. Kurt Angle's Kurt Angle.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So you have so far you have number 3, Owen Hart, number 2, Mr. Perfect, number 1, Kurt Angle. And like I thought, the easier ones were going to be towards the top of the list.
And one guy was not in WWF?
As far as I know, never. But it's really hard to say never when you go back to like the 80s or whatever. And you never know. Maybe he stopped in. You don't know. I don't think he was ever there.
Okay, so I'm going to go... Oh, dude, this is where it gets a little difficult for me. I'm going to go outside the box a little bit.
I'm going to have to probably drop some hints for number 5 for you.
Well, let's see if I can get number 4 first. I'm going to go with everybody's genitallactic freak. Holler if you hear him. Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump.
I thought about Scott Steiner.
Oh, no!
But here's the thing. The majority of his Big Papa Pump career, he didn't wear the singlet.
Gotcha. All right. Let me try.
Let me just pull this in. Based on Kevin's earlier list, Shelton should be on the list, right? And then Kate says, excellent point. I don't want to pull up the same comment twice. Excellent point. No, because I'll tell you, Shelton Benjamin is not on the list because the majority of his career where he made his name was wrestled, even though he was a champion with Team Angle, was wrestled sans singlet. So no.
Fuck. Oh, okay. Here's one. This one's a shot in the dark. I'm actually sticking with the Steiners, but I'm not going with Scott. I'm going more Varsity Club. Give me Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
That's a great pull. I didn't think about Dr. Death.
Oh,
no.
Damn it. All right. How about Rick Steiner since we're on?
No, I didn't think about it. I thought about him, but I didn't select him.
Okay. Wow. This is getting tough.
And Rick Steiner could possibly be on the list, and he probably could be number 5 for this guy. All right. So, Tony, we just talked about Japan, right? For a long time.
Yeah.
Think about an American, a gaijin, that had a lot of success in Japan.
Well, it wouldn't be Hansen. It wouldn't be Brody. It wouldn't be Hogan.
Later on.
And
this might be a questionable choice, but I liked it. So,
huh.
Come on. IWGP champ.
Oh, Flash. Scott Norton.
Scott Flash Norton. Comes
That
in
one
at
gave it
number
away. That was
Yeah, I
that
know.
gave it
Should
away.
I have done that? I know we're trying.
No,
we're
it's
trying to
fine.
wrap this.
But
we're trying-
he's the WCW guy.
Yes, he's a WCW guy. Number 5.
So
on the
number
list, Scott
4,
Norton.
somebody WWF. Can you give me a time frame? Give me like a 5-year span.
Tony, he's been wrestling forever.
Oh,
And he's wrestled more than one place in the domestic top 3.
Top 3. Are we
And
talking ECW top 3? Are we talking?
We're talking whatever you're
AWA?
talking, baby. You're the
Oh,
talker.
jeez. The year he debuted, do you know?
Depends on what you consider a debut.
Well, his first match in the Big 3.
I can't speak to that.
Oh.
No, because I just don't know. I just don't know. I'll say 92, 93.
Oh, fucking. Oh, no, but he had long tights. I was going to go 1, 2, 3 Kid. I was tempted to go Marty Jannetty, but he wrestled a lot of his career with long tights.
Yeah, but also he wouldn't be on this top 5. And I love Marty Jannetty.
I mean, fair enough. So you said 92, 93?
I'm guessing where he made his first debut, but it wasn't really like a debut. It's just he was there.
Papa Shango.
Long pants, Tony. Long pants.
Did he have long pants? I'm picturing thighs.
No, the Kama Mustafa.
Oh, fuck. God
Kama
damn it.
and the Supreme Fighting Machine.
Can I get a sexual chocolate, Mark Henry?
No, you can't.
God.
And here's why.
Oh, no.
Because I thought about him.
Oh, no.
Because Mark Henry was more of like a muscle shirt singlet and not straps.
Oh.
Like he was always had like the large, because he was so big. He had like the larger, maybe in the nation, maybe he had straps.
Shit.
But like these were like, it was like a beach, like when you were like the 1980s, like Zach Morris,
Dude,
like
now
shirt.
you made me think of fucking Jerry Lawler, but he always wore long tights with the straps too.
And there's only one strap. We're talking 2 straps.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Come on, man.
Wow.
You're missing an obvious one, dude.
Oh, fuck. Dude.
Former guest of the show.
Kevin. Fucking gimmick stealer you are. Rob Van
Yeah.
Dam.
Yo, baby.
God damn, dude. That was an awesome list.
RVD comes in at number 4. So you have Scott Norton, the Flash, 2-time IWGP champion at number 5. I took Big Show off this list for him.
Okay. That's a fair enough trade.
Because Big Show won the world championship, like in his like his weird singlet. But I wanted an international flavor with a guy from Minnesota.
No,
on this
listen.
list.
We had a couple guys from Minnesota on the list.
Oh yeah, So Scott Norton, number 5, Rob Van Dam, number 3, Owen Hart. Nope, Rob Van Dam, number 4, Owen Hart, number 3, number 2, Mr. Perfect, number 1, Kurt Angle. It's true.
Dude, that was fun as hell. And you know what? I wasn't looking at the chat, but dude, Ryback. All right, I didn't think of Ryback.
No, there's no chance. Right, for Ryback, other than this statement right here, Ryback's name will never leave my mouth again, ever. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Holy shit, dude. We don't need Matt.
Oh, Josh. This was a good one.
Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander.
What's that guy ever done?
Yeah, who did he ever beat?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Former 2-time world champion. Didn't he beat Moose?
Hey. So how do you feel about my Moose impressions right here? How about this? Hey. I want you to play Moose.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
hey,
Now play another one.
hey, this is Moose.
Hey, this is Moose.
That's
Can you
pretty
tell the
good.
difference?
Shining the wizard.
Shine in the wizard.
Shining the wizard.
Shine in the wizard. Can you tell the difference?
Hey, this
No.
is Moose, and you're listening to the Shining the Wizards podcast.
Hey, this is Moose, and you're listening to Shine in the Wizard podcast. It's all about detailing your automobile and your wizard brooms.
God damn, dude. Dude. Two good top 5s, and then
And I
my
still have
top
one in
five.
the hopper.
Well, we got to save that one for Matt.
Oh yeah, we're saving that one. Trust me, we're saving. I wish I'll listen. I'll think of another. If these made you happy, these 2 ridiculous ones that I did tonight,
They were
then
fun.
I will make more ridiculous ones when Matt's back.
They were fun. And look, I purposely blocked the chat, but we had a lot of action, a lot of people chiming in the chat with this
I
too.
love every single one of these motherfuckers, man.
They are awesome.
Kate, Mike, Asian Joe, Bauer, everyone, man. If I'm missing anyone, I'm sorry. There's 10 people in here right now, so that's pretty dope for 9 o'clock.
Yeah, who else was in here? I think Justin Anderson popped in.
JJ,
for a while.
obviously.
KJ, of course, Handsome
Kratzo.
Kevin, Asian Joe, David Henry Bauer III. Congratulations to him.
Lisa, who actually nailed the #1 guest on the first.
Eric Freeds was in here. Mott Spock was in here earlier. Dude,
Shout out to
a
my
lot of
fellow
people.
Jets fan, Eric Freeds.
Oh, I didn't get to break Matt's balls. I heard the Mets aren't doing so hot.
I mean, hot is subjective. They're in the playoffs. They were locked in for the playoffs, but they just lost the division essentially. So they're not going to get a bye into the first round of your favorite thing, the tournament.
Of course.
So I mean, it's still possible if the Marlins sweep the Braves and the Mets, like, I think they might have to sweep the Nationals, then the Mets will have the bye and they'll go right into the divisional series. But enough sports. No one cares about sports here. We're wrestling talk about wrestling.
Fuck sports.
Tony, what do you got going on this week, man? Before we pull this train to the station, it's 9:05, but I'm not ready to go yet. I don't know.
I got business to attend to upstairs.
Oh, that's right. I just saw that text. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, you know, the night Matt's not here is the night that everything falls apart. But
this is the best second hour ever, bro.
No, of course. But I mean upstairs where, you know, like I'm needed in more than one place at the same time.
And it was a great first hour too. So I'm not trying
did Matt eliminate the plugs? I wanted to scroll the plugs for PCO. Anyway, yeah, I think he did. PCO, follow him at PCO is not human on the social media. He's in the Call Your Shot gauntlet match this Friday at Bound for Glory. Is that the right plug?
That is Bound for Glory. Yeah. And so that's actually on the main show. The preview show is Brian's. So here's why I don't think it might be Broski, because they wouldn't put that on the countdown to Bound for Glory. It'll probably be somebody else. And then maybe Broski and Brian reunite. Maybe he does return, but yeah, there's no way Broski returns on the countdown to the show. So
no, definitely not. That'd be a waste. Yeah. I mean,
it'd be a waste of the 13th best wrestler in the world, by the way.
Of course,
Matt Cardona.
Of course, Matt Cardona. Dude, he's blowing up as much as like he acts like a douche. It's fucking really paying off for him.
And listen, and Brian is too, man. Like he's getting,
of course,
every single week. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying. Anyway, boom. Thank you.
Upcoming shit we got going on. Next week we got Sam Adonis. The 17th, of course, Thunder Frog. Alex Kane, whether or not he's a champion, is joining us on the 24th. November 7th, Eric Cannon. November 14th, Rolando Freeman. We've got our 11th anniversary coming up on Matt's birthday, November 21st. We're going to have Can You Beat That coming up on the 24th. Kevin versus Matt. Winner challenges Christian Rocco on the 11th anniversary show. Once again, thanks to PCO for joining us. Always a pleasure to have him on. Want to thank everybody for listening. Check out the Shining Wizards Network. We got great shows on there. Make sure you're tuning in and checking those guys out. Every single one of those shows, shiningwizardsnetwork.com. Of course, check out our boy Mike Freeland. I don't get to plug him enough, but he deserves it. He's doing good things over there for MLW Radio. What the hell's the name of the show? I can't fucking think of it. God damn. It's the show that Jerry Lynn, Mikey Whipwreck.
Front Row Metal?
Front Row Material. Close.
Oh,
Thank
Front
you.
Row Material, yeah.
Yeah, Mike's doing the news every week. He's got guests on Friday. It's good shit. Make sure you check it out. Check out all the shows on the Shining Wizards Network, shiningwizardsnetwork.com. I think I got music to, I can play us out, whatever.
Hey, if you're watching, you probably already do. But follow at Wizard Podcast on Twitter, on Instagram. Follow me at Kevin Garifo on Twitter, at Shining Wizards Kevin on Instagram. I mean, it's different names. I know that's annoying, but hey, they're similar. They're good enough. You just type in Kevin Garifo on either one of them and you get me. So get there.
And don't forget, wherever you listen, wherever you watch, like, rate, review, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. It helps us out in the long run. It doesn't cost you a thing to click a couple of buttons. Shit, I'm clicking buttons all day. You should be too, especially if it's helping us out. And don't forget, buy shit from Amazon. Go to our link, shiningwizards.com, amazon.shiningwizards.com. That's the thing. Buy everything you want. It's not going to cost you anything extra. and it helps us out. It really does. Christmas is coming. All the Jewish holidays are upon us. All the other holidays are. There's so many fucking holidays I can't even keep track.
That's right.
There's
And
Indigenous Peoples Day, Diwali, Yom Kippur, fucking Kwanzaa, not fucking Kwanzaa. Everything's out there, dude. Spend money with the Wizards. Help us out. Yeah, buy
That's right.
presents. Give us money.
I support all these holidays.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Financially.
Holidays are great. Celebrate.
Dude,
Whatever
we're
you
getting, oh
believe
my
in.
God, I can't believe it's almost. We're in the last quarter of the year, by the way.
Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are.
Wild.
I got a goodbye outro thing over here, so I'll just pop this up. And I guess we could say good night to everybody. Goodbye and good night or some shit like that. And
Goodbye. And what's Kenny Omega's thing? Good night.
Gracie.
Farewell. No, Kenny Omega does not say. Good night. Farewell. Good night. And enjoy stuff.
Yeah, do something fun.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Peace.